started. Let's get started. Let's get started. Fantastic. Hello, everybody. I am so excited. This is, I am so excited. This is the Sales Hack Conference. I am super excited. This is the Sales Hack Conference where we're going to be learning a lot about how you can increase your sales in 2024. I am particularly excited about the lineup. The kind of speakers we have are people that have gotten proven results and I've gotten them. I'm super excited because the Sales Hack Conference is finally live. And in this conference, we're going to be learning a lot on how you can increase your sales. I promise you, the kind of speakers that will put together for this conference are mind-blowing and they are industry experts who are going to be sharing from their heart the top secret that have built to dominate the market. The theme of this conference is the systems, the strategy, and the secret. The systems, the strategy, and the structure. So we're going to be learning a lot about systems, about strategies, and about structure we can use to increase our sales online, right? So if you're excited, I need you to put up a comment right there. I am getting that comment already. I need you to put up a comment right there. I need you to put up a comment right there. Amazing, fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Let us know where you are joining from and fantastic, amazing. I am super excited. You don't know, you don't want to know how excited I am right now. Like, this is the Sales Hack Conference. This is it. And in this conference, it's going to be a 2 days conference. We're going to be learning a whole lot about how you can increase your sales in 2024. Like I always say, 2024 is here. If you do not do something differently, you are not going to get different results. You are going to keep on getting the kind of result that you've gotten over the years, which of course I know you are not happy about. And that's why we just hosted this conference. I am excited, most especially because the kind of speakers that we have for this conference, they are top industry leaders, people who have mastered the art of sales, people who have the proven results, people who have the track record. And they are going to be unveiling the systems, the structure, and the strategy that they have used to win in their industry, to become the top 1% in their industry. I'm talking about people like Emeka, Abraham, Choma. We have a lot. We have Joshua, we have Steven, we have Fortune, we have Ken Nwokoye, who are going to be sharing with us a lot of secrets on how to make more sales in 2024. If you're excited about this conference the same way I am, I want you to, please, I need you to do 3 things for me. Firstly, I need you to remove all distractions. Like, this is it, we started. I need you to remove all of the distractions. And if you can hear me, please put up a comment. If you can see my face, put up a comment so that I can know that you are here. Man, the energy here is fire. The energy here is fire. I'm super excited. Like, this is it. Right? So without wasting much of our time, we are just going to wait just 5 minutes for people to join us. If you did not join in 5 minutes, I don't know where you are. I mean, this conference has been, I promoted it for a whole lot of time. So you should have blocked out time for this particular conference. I am so excited. Please, I need you to remove all distraction. The second thing I want you to do is I want you to take out your pen and your paper. I actually have mine right here because there will be a lot that we'll be writing today. We're going to be writing, noting down important points so we can go back and look at it, right? And then the third thing that I want you to do for me is I need you to take a screenshot, right? If you're watching on your laptop, if you're watching on your smartphone, take a screenshot and post, share this live conference. This conference is going to be mind-blowing. Trust me on this. We have a lot of industry leaders who we have assembled to come and give us amazing value for this conference, and you don't want to miss any of them. And then one more thing I want to advise you is this. Please pay attention and stay to the end, because I'm not promising a replay of this conference. And even if there will be replay, it might not be free. So you just are the spirit lead. I need you to make sure that you stay till the end so you can learn. This is free. I'm not charging you a dime. So you can learn how you can increase your sale. Man, the energy here is fire. Please give me that fire emoji. Give me that fire emoji. Give me that fire emoji, because I am super, super excited. And let me share with you one big news. We actually have a host, an anchor for this event. She's a beautiful and smart lady. The first time I heard her speak, I was like, oh my God. She's so good at what she does, and she's going to be anchoring this event for tonight, right? If you are just joining us, I want you to put up your name and where you are joining from and share this live conference. Just put there's a share button below this video. Just I want you to tap on it and share to your Facebook, to your Instagram, to your WhatsApp, whatever. Just share this live conference, because it's going to be life changing. We're going to be learning a lot about how we can increase our sales in 2024. And guess what? I need you to come back with fantastic testimony at the end of this year. I want to impart as many as possible. That's why I'm not charging for this program, even though a lot of speakers here are people that you can't get free access to. But then I'm bringing them to come and share their knowledge. So are you excited? Without wasting much of our time, we are going to be working with time. I promise you on this. We are going to be working with time. Even as I'm talking, I'm looking at the time right now. So if you are ready, I'm going to be bringing in the host for tonight. Her name is Janet, and she's beautiful. Please, I need you to concentrate. Don't look at her so much. Just concentrate on the lesson and the value that we're going to be learning tonight. All right, let's get started. And then I'm going to be bringing in the host now so she can take over. All right. But before then, I need you to put up what is your name, where are you joining, what are your expectations from this live conference. I'm going to be reading a lot of comments tonight anyways. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate. And I'm going to be handing over right now to Janet, the beautiful and smart host. All right, over to you, Janet. You can take on from here.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Paul. It's my pleasure being here, and I'm super excited. Welcome to the conference. Today, we're going to have a lot of expository. We're going to have a lot of learning. My name is Adeyemo Janet, and I'm going to take you by the hand for us to have an interactive section today. Please, I want you to put off all distractions. All distractions. This is January 2014, right? January 2024, not 2014, please. 2024. And you're starting the year like this. You can only imagine the kind of success you're going to have by the end of this year. Imagine having the lineup of speakers speaking to you today, opening your eyes to sales hack you can use to scale up your business. Is somebody ready for some excellence this year? Is somebody ready for some system and structure setting? Please, if you're ready, I want you to give us some fire emoji right there in the comment section. I want to know how prepared you are. Thank you so much, Cheesy. You said my writing material is with me. Thank you so much. Who else is ready for this session today? Who else is ready? I'm super excited to be here today, and I'm sure you should be as well. We're going to have a lot of exposition today, a lot of exposition. You're going to be imparted. You're going to learn from persons who have results. Somebody should say, where results is speaking, noise don't make noise. No one makes noise. When results is speaking, no one makes noise. Please put that down in the comment section. When results is speaking, no one makes noise. So I want to see that in the comment section. When results, because today results is going to speak. We're not just going to hear some Dick and Harry story. We're going to see results. Speakers with excellence, speakers who have proven results, speakers who have proven results, they will be engaging with us today. So I want you to put that there. When results is speaking, no one makes noise. When result is speaking, no one makes noise. So I want you to tell everyone around you to be calm. Bring your friends here. If you have anybody at home, maybe you don't, maybe there's somebody there who is contemplating starting business. Call them, send the link to them, let them join. What's the essence? If you learn a lot from this conference and you begin to have success in your business, and then your neighbor is not excelling, definitely that neighbor will come and ask you for 2K. And I'm sure you don't want that for yourself. So yeah, when results is speaking, no one makes noise. Everywhere is silent. When results is speaking, everywhere has to be quiet, because it's time to learn. It's time to relearn, unlearn, and learn. And you must be excited about that. This is a special gift from Mr. Paul to each of us at the beginning of the year 2024. And you're here today, which means that you are ready for an excellent year. You can, like I said earlier, you can only imagine the amount of success that you will have. So please, I want you to go there. Go to the comment section. If there's anybody, I don't know if there's anyone you can tag, if there's anyone you have to send the link to, please do send the link to them. All right, I also want to read your comment, because we're going to have some exercise before we bring our speakers on board. You know, it will not be good for our speakers to come on board and pour their heart out, talk about a lot, use their strength to talk to us. A lot of virtue comes out of them, and then it's like they were just speaking to themselves. So we want our speakers to understand that we are ready for them today. So I want to ask you, since you got into the year, can somebody tell me, what was your first credit alert? What was your first credit alert? Don't be shy. If you had 2K, tell us, what was the first credit alert you had this year? I want you to put that in the comment section. What was the first credit alert you had this year? Because you're going to compare the first credit alert you had this year with the first you're going to have in 2025. Because the last credit alert you're going to have in 2024 will so blow your mind if you put all that to be learned at this conference into practice. All right. Someone said, I no agree for any urgent. Okay. Yes, so that's our motto for this year. No agree for any urgent. Okay. So go and call them. Share the information. Tell them that the program has started. The conference has started. The conference has started. Tell them the conference has started, so that they'll not come and ask you for 2K. If they ask you for 2K and you did not send this to them, then you know you must give them the 2K. All right. So as you are putting down the amount, I want you to begin to picture the amount of money you want to have in your hand at the end of the year. I want you to begin to picture that amount. Let me tell you a quick story. I remember sometimes there was this particular year, I think it was at the end of the year, I kind of went broke. Like I really went broke. And I was like, no, after this year, after that particular year, the next Christmas after that year, I must have some money at hand. Somebody said something, have wealth, but you may not have cash at hand. So you are wealthy. Your brain can make money for you. Your potential can make money for you. Your talent, your ability, your ideas can make money for you, but you may not have cash at hand. And that is what we want to bring out today. Those potentials, those strategies, those marketing strategies, we're going to get them out today. We're going to dissect them. We're going to take them into the surgery room, and our speakers will dissect marketing strategies to us. We have a great lineup of speakers. So if you're here, you had 45K. Somebody said, okay. Someone said, I had 20,000 Naira. That was the first credit alert. So please, I want you to begin to picture yourself having, if you have 20,000 Naira, picture yourself making at least 1 million this year. Picture yourself, not that kind of money that you make, that by the time they ask you where's the money, you'll be like, I don't even know where the money went to. I used it to buy data. No, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking of you counting money. You counting money. That's what we're talking about here today. Because what is a business person, or who is a business person if the person does not have money? How do you show people that you are intentional about your business? How do you show people that this passion you have, this idea in your head is so big and the dream is big if there is no money at hand? What is the essence of pursuing a big dream? What is the essence of having a big idea and you're not able to convert that idea to money? Because at the end of the day, no matter how big your idea is, no matter how big your dream, no matter how big your resolution for this year is, if you don't have money, people will not think you are serious, definitely. So yeah, like I used to tell someone, there is money where there is money. Knowledge will make you understand that there is money where there is money. The reason why a lot of persons are not able to make money or are not able to have tangible money is because they are not informed. You cannot act on what you don't know. You cannot place something on nothing. And that is why we are here today. So please, in your resolution, please be realistic. I'm seeing somebody say 100, I'm just about to say $100 million. That's beautiful. But make sure that you are as realistic as possible. I want you to understand that, okay, I was able to get this as my first credit alert this year. What's your plan? Okay, you have a plan, you have a business. Are you a solo entrepreneur? Do you have a company? You have a brand? Whatever you're doing, just tell yourself, okay, between now and 2024, what do I want to say is my money? Like, what amount do I want to call my own? Like, I want to stay in the house, and the problem should not be I don't have money. The problem should be, what should I use this money to buy? Someone put some fire emojis, please. Someone said the higher you go, the more you should optimize your challenges. There are some kind of problems that you cannot have if you don't have money. The problem of, what should I buy with this money? Where should I invest this money? Someone that does not have money cannot be thinking of where to invest money. I have too much money. I want to invest this money. I'm thinking of organizing a conference. I'm thinking of inviting the speakers, and I need a speaker. Now you're not just talking about, please come and speak at our event for free. You are saying, I need a speaker with so much value, because you want to spend, because you have the money to spend. There are some challenges. There are some problems you cannot have if you don't have certain amounts of money. So yeah, I want you to begin to picture yourself. What is that money? Like, how much do I want to be talking about by the end of this year? There are certain rooms you cannot enter if you don't have certain amount of money. Yes, there are certain classes you cannot enter. And there are certain words you cannot get in certain places. And for you to enter those places, you need to get the money. Like somebody say money. Money. Today we're going to listen to results. Results. When money is speaking, definitely it's results that is speaking. And there is no noise. There is no noise. There is no noise. There is no noise. You are at peace. Your mind is calm. Today we're going to open your eyes to a lot of information. Like I said, when results is speaking, no one makes noise. So go and inform your friends, your family members, your children. Yes, they are not too small, they are not too young to learn this. I can only imagine if some of the things I know now, I can only imagine if I knew them then, or if I had access to them when I was quite younger than the way I am now. Maybe I would have been on a much better level than I am now. So please, your children, it's beyond just providing for them. It's you educating them financially. So let's do this. Please go get everyone involved, your family members, your children, your neighbors, those who are not presently with you, like within your vicinity, share the link with them. They should come on right now. We are about to go into an expository session. I want you to take a while, just take some time and try to breathe in, then breathe out. Imagine the lineup of speakers. Imagine the lineup of speakers. Imagine the transformation you would have had at the end of today. Now, let me tell you a brief story about myself. All right. I've always had beautiful dreams. I've always had big dreams. And it will interest you to note that the beautiful lady standing before you, anchoring an event as this, we're talking about sales hack. I was barely interested in business. Barely. I mean barely. I mean barely. I was barely interested in business because I really used to feel my ignorant self. Then, when I was quite younger, I used to feel like when you go and tell people, I want to come and buy my product or come and attend my class for a fee, I used to think that you are begging. I used to see selling as corporate begging, like you're like you come online and you're like, come and purchase this from me and all. But it got to a time in my life. Somebody say it got to a time in my life. It got to a time in my life. I realized that the kind of dream I desire, the kind of vision I have for myself, I cannot attain it if I don't have money. I'm not saying money. I'm not saying money. There's a way you pronounce this word, money. You pronounce it with all dignity. I realize that there are certain dreams, certain desires, certain goals I cannot achieve if I don't have money. So what did I do? I started following certain persons online. And it will interest you to note that some of the speakers that will be speaking to us today, I began following them online. And I tell you, I barely sat with them at a conference for them to speak to me. I just followed them online and my narrative began to change. I began to understand that, hey, selling is not begging. Because when I sell, I am selling because I have the value to offer. And you got to pay for that value. Like you got to pay, even if it's a physical product, even if it's a physical product, maybe it's an online course. I've got the value. You got to pay for my value. I am giving you a fee, not because I am not worth more than that, but because I want you to afford it. So I began to understand that no. I want to achieve certain things. And for me to achieve those things, I need to make money. And there is no way I will be able to live the kind of lifestyle I did love to live if I do not have money. So I had to reposition myself. I had to wash my ill thinking. I had to start following certain persons. Like I said, most of the persons who will be speaking to us at this conference, I began following them and my narrative changed. Today, I'm proud of the woman I'm becoming. I'm proud of the being I am because wow, the thoughts. Sometimes I take on certain strategies, I do certain things to push out sales online. And then someone is asking, did I learn marketing in school? No, I only followed certain persons. Now, for me, when I had to come out from my pit of ignorance, I was following these persons online. But for you, you're not following them online. You are in the same room with them. You are in the same room with them. You are seated with them. You are learning from them. And if it be that we give room for questions, you ask your questions, they answer. They are going to open their mouth. This is not them making one video online and posting or making one write-up online and posting for engagement. This is them teaching you. This is them opening your eyes to a lot. You are lucky. You are very lucky. I told you I used to think selling was begging. Hey, then how do I want to? How did I really literally right now I begin to wonder, how did I think I would be able to make money? Because for you to make money, you must do something. For you to earn money, you must do something. All right, thank
Okay,
you so
guys.
much,
So
Mr. Paul.
our first speaker is at the backstage waiting
All
for
right.
us. He has a whole lot of value to share, and I can't wait to learn. I also have my writing material, so please pay attention. We're about to start properly. So, the host, please go ahead and introduce our wonderful speaker so he can get started. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. All right. Having said all I've said, it will interest you to note that tonight we're having an exceptional speaker today who will be talking to us about the structure of business. Beyond you having a business, you should understand how to set certain structures that will give you the money you require, that will give you the cash flow. So tonight we'll have someone who is the convener of the annual Business Growth Strategy Conference. He is a Maxwell Leadership and Business Strategy. He has attended the Maxwell Leadership and Business Strategy Seminar, a platform that trains entrepreneur and MSMEs on how to grow and scale their business through trainings, mentorship, and consultations. He is a certified project manager by the Project Management Institute with the UK chapter, a certified human capital development trainer and consultant by the Nigerian Center for Management Development. He is a fellow with the Institute of Management Consultants. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for one who is of the accounting profession. He is an accountant by profession. Put your hands together as we welcome Abraham Orukpe on stage. Welcome, sir.
Hello, how you doing? Good evening, everybody. And it's good and nice to be here. Thank you, Paul, for putting this together. I want to say a very big thank you for this and wonderful work you've done, man, for the great things you've talked about the cash flow and everything. Can you hear me clearly? Am I live? Can you hear me? Am I audible? Hello? Okay, thank you. Am I audible enough? I just want to be sure about the audio. Hello? If you can hear me at the back end, I want to be sure. Am I audible enough? Can you hear me clearly? That's what I'm asking. Okay, yes. Thank you so much, Franz. Finance with John. Thanks. He said clearly. So let's make this happen. I'm Abraham Orukpe by name. I'm a business coach, I'm a consultant, and I'm a poultry farmer. We're here to share insight on how to structure your business for consistent cash flow, whereby when you are sleeping, whatever you're doing, at the same time, you are getting the funds coming in. I want to start with this. A lot of us have this erroneous understanding about business. We bring so much, we start the basic of we starting our business determine the way and manner we determine the way and manner at which we manage our cash flow. What exactly is this business cash flow? Someone might be wondering to ask, so how do I manage my business cash flow? What should I do? How should I do X, Y, Z? Yes, good. Now, some persons have asked me over time, how have I been able to daily coordinate my businesses? It's not a rocket science. I'll share with us this evening. Here is my business. I have a poultry farm, and it's the way how I've been able to manage this poultry farm I'll be sharing. Also, I'm privileged by God. I have a consulting firm and a facility management. So whatever I'll be sharing with us this evening, I'll be sharing it from my experience from these three businesses I have been privileged to own and manage over a period of time. So what exactly is cash flow? Why do we need this in our business? Of what purpose do we really need this? How should we be able to structure our business for us to make it a consistent cash flow process? I want to borrow the word of Peter Drucker. He says something. He said, if you cannot measure it, you cannot manage it. If you cannot measure it, you cannot manage it. Now, a lot of us are into businesses, but the problem we are having, we cannot even measure what we are doing. We don't even have mechanism on ground to track our performance. All we know is the money rat race we're just running. That's why at times, over time, you begin to wonder and ask yourself, if truly you are doing the right thing or not. I want to start, please. I'm sharing my slide. Can you see my slide? Okay, good. So this has to do with, I'm talking about if you cannot measure it, then you cannot manage it. So look at the next thing here. What are the 4 aspects, the 4 key things you need to know in your business? Number 1 is what? Your material resources. Number 1 is your material resources. The first thing, the first point you need to be able to structure your business for more cash flow, number 1 is your material resources. I will explain this. A lot of us, we are not having a steady cash flow in our business because we could not even coordinate our material resources in a business. For example, let's say you are into this, you produce this kind of jackets. Where you get your material from determine how you price your offer. Therefore, that in digital space, we can put in our prices based on what we think we've done over a period of time. But you need to structure your material resources in a way that you should be able to know what actually is the cost of purchase for what you are doing. If you are into digital knowledge, you said digital things, the question will not be XYZ. How much have you invested in acquiring that knowledge that you are not putting into digital books, into digital print, into digital products? That will be your cost of production. Your material resources have to do with what are those things you need on a daily basis to run that business of yours, whether you are online or online or offline. The next thing you need to look to properly for your structure is your human resources. Your what? Your human resources. Your human resources. A lot of us, the human resources cut across you as a business owner, your staff, if you have team that work with you, your staff, that's if you have a team of people that work with you, your suppliers, your the people you buy things from, the government policy around what you are doing, all these falls around your human resources. You need to look at what do I need to enable my business scale well? What do I need to enable my business scale well? What network of friends, what relationship do I need? Because we're talking about cash flow right now. If you are unable to structure these resources in your business, then your cash flow can never be guaranteed. I'm talking about number 1, your human resources. Number 2, I'm talking about what? I'm talking about your materials. Number 2, I'm talking about your human resources. Most of you as business owner, you are the reason why your cash flow is slow. You lack the required knowledge to create the right offer. That's a human resources problem, not a material resources. That's why some of you have a fantastic product, but because you lack the required skills, the required marketing skills, which fall around your human resources aspects, that's why you're not making that sales there. Some of you, as business owner, have team members that work with you, but most of the team members are volunteers. They show up when they feel like showing up. There's no sense of commitment to the task you are giving to them. You see why your cash flow is going down there. The next time we're looking at also your finance resources. This time goes about your cash flow in your business. How much is your sales target? This is a new year. Apart from your resolutions you've put on ground, apart from the things you've said you want to achieve this year, what is your figure? You must learn. You must learn to see your business in numbers if you really want to grow your cash flow. You must learn that. I'll take it now. To grow your business, you must learn to see it in numbers. Numbers, I mean figures. How much am I earning? How much am I making right now, this month? From 1st of January till now, how much? Meaning you need a sense of urgency when it comes to your business financial resources. Your goal is to minimize your operational costs. How can I reduce the daily operations in my business to maximize profit? That should be what runs through your mind as a business owner. The next thing we're looking at also in your business will be what? Your intellectual resources. As I said, your ability for you to structure these 4 aspects of your business is what will determine your cash flow, whether it will be low, whether it will be, will I call it medium or high. Your ability for you to structure these 4 key resources in your business determine what happens. Call it Dangote, what's it called? UBA, GTB, Coca-Cola, Amazon, Google, Facebook. Name all the big 4, all the big companies you know. At the end of the day, these 4 resources is what they use to coordinate their businesses. So go back and ask yourself, which aspect, where exactly am I missing it? Is it the human resources? Am I getting the wrong material resources for my product that is making people not to come back? That's affecting my cash flow. Is it my human resources? Do I lack the required skills to coordinate this business very well? Or you have staffs, you are those kind of employers that want to pay 5 staff 100,000 naira and you need 200 million naira turnover. That is voodoo. That is magic. Some of you, your problem is financial resources. You have a fantastic idea. You have what you need to offer. But at the end of the day, you lack the financial resources, the cash flow to make that thing happen. That fall under your financial resources. As we proceed, I'll break down on these 4 for you. Your intellectual resources now be, you don't really know what to do. You lack, all you know, you have the product you want to sell. You've not done your market analysis. You don't know your market trend. You don't even know what exactly is offered in that your niche market. Your own is with God, all things are possible. That's why you are going into that, meaning you are having a intellectual resources challenge at that point. You need to read up, go with the right circle of people in line with your niche market. So now we're talking about these 4 key resources that you need to clearly be able to manage in your business for you to have a proper cash flow. Let's take it a step further. Under this place, look at your triangle success for this. We talk about the 4 resources. Under this, you need to have a clear offer. You need to have what? A clear offer. Now you already have these 4 resources. Well, your human resources, your material resources. Under your human resources, please, you need to partner. You must learn to network. Most of your problem why your cash flow is so low, you don't have that enough human resources to help your business grow. Some of you will say, I'm a private person. Continue. A private room. Just continue as a private person. The area we are right now, your network is equal to your net worth. No longer your account balance. No longer how good. See, the people that make more money right now are not the people that have the best product. Are people that have the right network and make the loudest noise. The right network and make the loudest noise around what they are offering. So now we'll look at it. The first thing to look at will be your offer. Most of you, your cash flow is not increasing because you don't have a clear offer. You lack the clear offer in your business. You don't have a clear offer. If you go to my timeline right now, within a second, you can know this is what Abraham Orukpe offers. You go through my timeline on Facebook. My name there is Abraham Orukpe on Facebook. Before running through, you can say, okay, this is what he offers. But some of you, your inconsistency is your hobby. No clear offer. How on earth will you get your cash flow correctly? That's an issue. The next thing we're looking at also, for you to be able to structure your business for steady cash flow, you need the right audience. How on earth you want to sell a jam form for my grandmother that is 99 years old, and you are saying the client is not buying? Some of you have the right offer, but you have the wrong audience. That now brings you back to your intellectual resources I talked about at the beginning. That now brings you back to the intellectual. So you selling a jam form for my 99 years old grandmother It's as good as effort in futility. But you can sell that same jam form for my grandmother using the right strategy, meaning, Mama, buy this jam form for your grand pikin. Because if your grand pikin get this jam form, it go better for her. Now, that is emotional trigger. But some of you are saying to the wrong audience. You are not using the right selling strategy, and you are there praying. Some of you are even angry with your church right now, getting angry with your pastor. You're not making sense upon all the promises and the prayer they prayed for you. No. So now you look at the other thing is this. The next one, another what? Your funnel. Some of you have the right offer, the right audience, but you lack the proper funnel channel to funnel their money into your account. If you're on YouTube right now, please just put an emoji, a fire emoji there. Please don't burn the whole YouTube down. Oh. They should not arrest everybody. But please, just put a fire emoji there. If you know, just put the fire emoji. Let's get this place busy. Now, your funnel is an issue. You don't have a proper funnel system. People comes to your page. People see your offer. You have the audience, but you lack the right funnel to get their money. Somebody DM you, and the worst part of what you can do is on your WhatsApp. Please, your WhatsApp should be a WhatsApp business. Go to your WhatsApp categories. Your WhatsApp business should have a proper WhatsApp categories where you can easily pull up all what you are doing, itemize it clearly for people to know what you do and how you do it. If you can see here, this is my WhatsApp business. So you must have a steady offer for you to keep your cash flow going. Now, I'll talk about what? I talked about your human resources, your material resources, your intellectual resources, and what? Your material resources. And now move further that now you're able to structure those 4 things. You need a clear offer, the right audience, the right funnel, automated funnel that even in your sleep, the cash flow is still coming in. Then I move it a step further. You now need the traffic. The fact you have audience does not mean you have traffic. That is where you need to meet someone like Mr. Paul, the convener of this conference, to teach you lead generation. Studies have shown that a customer need to see an offer minimum 7 times before they can make a buying decision. But you have a good offer, you have the audience, you've invested a lot of money in building funnels. I'm not talking about kerosene funnel or fuel funnel or diesel funnel. Like, say, how do people get to your offer? That is a funnel. But you lack that traffic. That is your challenge. Please meet Mr. Paul. DM me. He have a lead generation class he's doing. DM him to teach you how to generate those leads. Leads is about how many people see your offer. If, say, you need 50 people to subscribe to what you are offering, please, you need minimum 2,000 people to see that thing. But many of you don't have a good offer. You don't have a proper audience. You don't have a structured funnel process. You don't have a proper lead. And you say your cash flow is not increasing. Let's leave it there. I'll come back to this. If you know you're still getting so much value, just type on the chat button, "Thank you, Mr. Paul," because he is the convener of this conference. So we need to acknowledge it. Just type, please don't put fire on the YouTube. So change the fire to "Thank you, Mr. Paul." On the YouTube comment. I cannot see that page right now, but type it there. "Thank you, Mr. Paul." But let's continue. What exactly is a cash flow? We need to be clear about that, so I don't end up having so much meat about this whole grammar of what is cash flow, what is cash flow. I'll write here what I wrote. I say cash flow refers to the movement of money in and out from your business. It's crucial concept that is a crucial concept in both personal and business finance. It indicates the ability for your business to generate cash to meet your obligation, investment, and growth. That is what your cash flow means. What was your sales last week? What was your income last week? What was it last 2 weeks? You can break your cash flow into these categories: your weekly cash flow, your monthly cash flow, your monthly cash flow, and your quarterly cash flow. Meaning, what is your turnover? Let's say, let me look for something now. Let's say you have this jotter. How often are people demanding this jotter? That's the question. Some of you are offering some of you, your problem is that you are in an oversaturated market. You are good at what you do, but your market, too much people are offering what you are offering. Then it will affect your cash flow. It will affect the way money comes into your business, because two things you do in business is sales. Sales is the first thing. If your business is not sales oriented, please go and open an NGO. Leave the profit part and focus on NGO, sir. Leave the profit and focus on NGO. No, okay, I'm not after sales. But if your aim is to run your business effectively, sales should be the only thing in your mind. And two ways you can increase your sales in your business. You can write them down. Two ways. Number one is operation and strategy. Many of you are bent on operation activities. You don't have strategy for your sales. If I ask you right now, what do you want to do in your business this year? Everything you end up telling me is about operations. I want to design my flyer. I want to have a rainbow color logo that have 10 color on it. Most of you business now, your cash flow is not, your business is not profitable. You're not able to structure your business well for more profit simply because you focus too much on operational activities. Your logo, you want your letterhead paper to be spinning as if maybe there's something inside the letterhead paper. You want your YouTube, what's it called now, your Instagram account to have multiple colors. And when you go to Instagram, you're not making an offer. So let's take it a step further now. Now, structuring a business for consistent cash flow have to do with one, understanding what? Understanding your market and your customer base. Many of you are totally disconnected with your audience. You don't even know your customer base. For example, if I asked you right now, what do you offer? You offer everything. Some of you are like, your business like Bubu Mushe. You cure everything. You offer everything. The same thing that is selling pimples clothes, the same thing that is selling you cream. The same thing that is selling cream, the same thing that is selling shoes, selling bags, selling bangles. Even your angel in heaven is confused on what to bless you on. Because your prayer on Monday is for your pimples cream to sell. The next day, you're making a request for your shoe. The next day, you're making a request for your smart business. The angel is confused. You now see why you are not even making progress. So you need to be consistent to know first, what exactly is my market like? For example, I have a poultry farm. In that poultry farm, I don't do boilers. I only do layers. And that layer I do only produce me egg. End of conversation. I used to do boiler, but later I got that it's stressing me. I don't bother about that. So I focus only on layers for egg production. But some of you now, if you are doing, what's it called? Poultry farming, you want to start doing boilers. You want to even start doing chicken suya inside. Now, get this right. Before you diversify, you need to solidify. Write that in your jotter. Before you diversify, you need to solidify. Most of you, your business is not making profit because you've not solidified and you're diversifying. I have a poultry farm by God's grace. I have a clinic company, and I have a facility management, and I have a consulting business, and I have an 8 to 5. It has taken me, before I diversify to a new business, I do it for minimum 3 years before I diversify, no matter the urge to diversify. That's why you see I've been able to solidify those 3 lines of company I have today, from my poultry farm, the consulting boostma, to my facility management. It takes me minimum 3 years. You need to have a growth plan. You need to have a growth plan. But many of you, your business is pushed around based on your need. Now you know your customer base. You need to what? Develop a strong, unique selling point. Your cash flow, your business is not well structured because you don't even have, some of you have a good value proposition. You know what to offer, but nothing differentiated from the next person. It's one thing for you to know who your customer are, what your market need. It's another thing entirely to create an offer that fits into your customer need. This when you hear the word of USP, it means your unique selling point. For example, I'll go back to let me take my cleaning business for example now. I do more of industrial cleaning, post-construction cleaning. That's what I offer. And I do janitorial services. But now, what differentiates me from other cleaning company? Our turnaround time. Meaning, if you give us a place to clean right now, we are sure that within a stipulated time, we should be able to clear off that thing. So develop something that differentiates you in your business, meaning you need to solidify before you diversify. Your money, I don't care to know how much you have in your account. Take time to build solid base before you stretch your tentacle. The next time I'll be looking out for you to be able to increase your cash flow in your business. You need to diversify your revenue stream. Yeah, that's why you see Dangote. We have Dangote salt, we have Dangote sugar, Dangote flour, Dangote XYZ. But guess what? Because the amount of offer you have determine how your cash flow, how much money come into your business. That's why you need to learn how to upsell, But many of you only have just one offer. Yes, it's good to start with one thing. Thank you very much. But inside that one thing, you need to reopen it up. What else can I put as an add-on service benefit to what I'm doing? The Aboki that is selling Sweden in your junction is selling Masa. If you've seen this Aboki, sorry, I'm based in Abuja, so I don't know if those people in the south know what called Masa. It's like rice. I don't know what they used to do it. So that's why you see the woman that is selling Akara in your junction is the woman that is selling bread. That bread is an add-on service to that Akara. That increases our cash flow. But imagine the woman selling Akara is selling Gucci bag inside the same place. The woman selling Akara is the woman selling bag of Smith close to her place and say, oh God, if you buy this Akara, take that Smith, take me some, eat them. So some of you are having product that is not consistent with your base. That is why your cash flow, your revenue is poor. So go back and look at that. What else can I add to this offer in line with what my customer need? So now you diversify your revenue, but it should be within the same line. Within the same line. Then I move further. Implement effective price strategy. This can be a problem when it comes to structuring your business for more cash flow. A lot of you, your problem is your pricing. You don't know how to price your offer. You don't know how to price what you do. All your pricing is based on how you feel. You hear them say, if you know how I suffer, do this thing. You know what I mean? Meaning you calculate your pricing based on how how you suffer to do the thing. I don't want to go through that part. But your price strategy should be clearly. You have taken up. I'll pick 3 major price strategy. 1, you should have a penetration price. If you are coming newly into a niche, into a place, you don't need to compete with the people in that place. Look for a price that is average to penetrate that market. You can have a competitive price. This is what my competitors are doing. So I will make it at par. But most of you, your problem is that you don't know how to price. And you don't want to know. You only price based on your gas has finished in your house. You price based on your rent is about to due. So when a customer calls you, you put your house rent, your gas wahala into the offer and say, oh God, this thing is 100,000 naira. You end up saying that if you don't buy it, leave it, somebody else will buy next time. And your offer is there. So please go back to your pricing. For example, you can say, let's say you sell, how do I put it now? Let's say you sell this grape now. If you're selling this grape and say this is, let's say this grape, you sell this grape at the rate of 10 pounds. Sorry. At the rate of 10,000 naira. And nobody is making an attempt to buy from you. How about you separate this grape like this and make it a unit sales and say, well, instead of buying this grape for 10 pounds, You're buying a crate of 10,000 naira, you can buy 3 for 2,500. And you can get extra 1 grape for 500 naira. That is how you can arrange your price to ensure that at the end of the day, you collect the money of everybody around your what? Your customer base. You take it a step further again. You look at what? You take it a step further. Control your cost. Yes, this is one thing that is the problem with most of you, that your cash flow, your business is not profitable. Your cost is too much. You have no business renting an office right now if you know you cannot manage the cost of that thing. It took me 4 years to rent my first office space in Abuja. Before then, I was only just using a contact address. So if you manage your cost, for example, your cost can be where you are buying your raw material from. Yes, Nigeria is a unique market where the cost is always jumping up. For example, now let's take my poultry farm, for example. Now, there was a time a crate of egg was 2,000 naira. My competitor, who was my neighbor, was selling his own at the rate of 1,800. And I was selling mine at 2,000 naira. Now, what brought that pricing? I was buying my feed in a place called Maraba in Oasis close to Abuja there. But this my competitor was buying from Kaduna. He was buying from the manufacturer directly at wholesale price in Kaduna. So me, I was buying for a third wholesale in the chain of distribution. So he had his own transportation cost. So I cannot buy less than what I'm selling. So what do? I need to look for other areas. So meaning your cost should be checked if you want to increase your cash flow and structure your business. Let's hit it hard. Let's do far. We have something to do. Now, the last one, you need to leverage on technology. Yes. Some of you are ancient of days. You can never improve. When it comes to technology, you feel that they want to scam you. You need to invest more in technology. You need to invest more. For example, if you want to reach me right now, it's through a booking session. Because see that back and front where we are now chatting, coach, we want to collect my amount or a session. That back and front is bringing CFI. So some of you are losing sales because of too much human contact in the process. Some of you are losing sales because of too much human contact. Some of you are losing sales because of too much automated process. So you must learn how to balance the human interface and the the technical interface of your process. Don't always allow your process to be all automated without human being involved in the process. And don't allow your process to be so human face. I don't know how to put the English. That to the extent that see finish coming into the negotiation aspect. So I've talked about, let me do a quick recap because my time is jumping around right now. Please type on the chat box. Just type how you feel. Just put Mr. Paul, I appreciate you. Don't put thank you now. Just put Mr. Paul, I appreciate you. Mr. Paul, type it on the chat box. Mr. Paul, I appreciate you. Don't put I love you there. You don't go to give me a proposal. Just type Mr. Paul, I appreciate you. So let's fire on quickly. So then the next thing we're looking at also, then we'll now look at the next aspect. You need that SOP, standard operational procedure. If you really want to structure your business for a proper cash flow, you need an SOP. Remember, we talked at the beginning of this session about your human resources, financial resources, material resources, and intellectual resources. And I took it a step further to walk you through your offer triangle of your offer, your audience, your funnel, and what? Your lead generation. We took it a step further and I looked at what? Your business owner. So for you to be able to do all these things, you should be able to clearly have what known as SOP, standard operational procedure. Let's hit it hard quickly here. The S represents standard. All these are the things you've seen in my business that make it seem as if I'm doing magic. This is what you see me do that make it see. This is what you see me doing in my business that make it seem as if I'm doing magic. That's why you see I can travel anywhere, anytime, because I have a functional SOP in my business. Now, under the standard, we'll have 3 aspects here. Regulations. Most of you, you don't even do regulation in your business niche. All you are wired for, you want to just make money, you want to sell. See, no matter how consistent you are in the wrong direction, you cannot you cannot get to your destination. For example, you are going to Lagos, Nigeria from Abuja, and all you could do, you faced Maraba Yanya Road, and you say you are going to Lagos. Yes, you might get to Lagos through Maraba Yanya Road, but you will waste time than spending that focus on Lokoja directly. If you know this route I'm talking about. So the same thing, the first thing you need to look at first, your regulations. This your niche market, even though you are in digital space, what is the regulation around what you are selling? Don't just say you want to say after all die and die, we must make money. That's why you are average. Because you know why? If there's a way it comes in, if you are not making profit, you begin to doubt yourself. Everything is not your village people. You see, even within Nigeria is right now, your village people are even thinking of their own life, not even you at all. So the first thing under your standard, you need regulations. You need to check your regulations there. Then under that, you now look at what? Documentations. Most of you cannot just document your process. What you used to get success yesterday in a sales, you don't know how, you cannot repeat it the next day. So, meaning, what regulation guide your offer, your product, or your service? How do you not document that process down? What should you do? How should you do it the next day as a one-man business? This is where your intellectual resources play a vital role. The next one I'm looking at also now about your quality. Understand that what quality of service are you offering? Many of you, your single problem is quality issue. Please, I want to know about Nigerians. The kind of, if you offer the right quality service, people will pay you. Don't let your small mind make you give substandard business offers. What is either you are offering quality or leave it. The only way that can affect your quality falls around your material resources I talked about at the beginning of this session. Your material resources. What kind of quality controls are you putting in place? Some of you on your DM or you see no refund. Those are criminal way of doing things. If you give the right quality, people will always come back. It's either you are giving premium or nothing. It's either you are giving value or nothing. Then the next one is what? Your operations. The OES stands for your operations. Sorry, I just have a lot of things trying to catch up with time. Development. You need to develop. Now you have your regulation, your documentation, your quality. You need to develop an offer in line with what? Your target audience. You must segmentize where we think of things. We have things of market segmentations. You can't sell for everybody. Mind you, even though you are selling oxygen, some people want to commit suicide. Even though you are selling heaven right now, people want to stay the on heads. So develop an offer that fits into your regular buyers. So you can see your cash flow is about consistent sales. Let's remove the grammar I wrote in that former slide. How many units are you selling in a day? End of conversation. How many inquiries are you getting every day for that offer? I gave you the example of this grape. If you are selling this grape like this for 10 pounds or 20 pounds, sorry, I'm using pounds. If you are using the grape for, let's say, 20,000 naira and nobody is making inquiry, it's a simple thing. Split it quickly to what? To 5,000 naira or 2,000 naira. 2,000 naira times 5 is 10,000. Than you saying, if one person does not pay 10,000 naira, I'm not selling. I'm not Tifa, I'm not go seller. No. You must be creative in developing your offers. Don't develop your offer based on your stomach. Develop your offer based on creativity of your market need. I'm looking at implementation. Now, many of you, this conference is your 57th conference you attended since January till now. After crossover, you attended different training already, but your problem is implementation. Some of you, whatever I'm saying right now is not new to you. You know all these things, but the only demon that is disturbing you from getting a consistent cash flow, you don't implement. I know some of you are saying, God bless Mr. Abraham. God bless Mr. Paul. This thing you are doing, sir, Wonderful. God bless you, sir. God bless you, sir. God bless you, sir. To implement it is a problem. Some of you now, your book is filled up. Nothing you do tomorrow morning. That's why you need an accountability partner to hold your hand. Like Mr. Paul have different offers that he can help you do. Some of you are too good for yourself. That's why you need someone to guide you through your process. Now, looking at your process. Now you now have your standard, you have operations. Look at your process. Most of you, your process is your issue. Your challenge right now is your issue. Your challenge is what? Your issue. Sorry, your process is your issue. You don't have a proper process for workflow. So please, that's where you need people. You need to attend. Like, see, this is a free training right now. And I know some of you right now, if they ask to have paid for this conference, for you to pay, make your belly bust. Write it there. So you say, no, this money, this 5K or 10K, you're doing something better. I cannot pay for this training now. Please, you need to improve your process. For example, what form your business process? Let's say you are into this, you design shirts. Cutting of that shirt is a process. The material is a process. You take it again. Let's say the button fixing is a process. The tailoring, the weaving is a process. Now you need to know those processes to know what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. The next one you'll be looking at also now be what? Your procedure. Remember, we talked about what? Your standard, your operations, and your procedure. So if you see me post on Facebook, sir, I'm posting based on what I have done over a period of time. Yes. Now your strategy. What is your sales strategy? You need a strategy. Everything is a strategy. The way you won't lie down in your bed, some people have a way you lie down. You say that is how I lie down. That's a strategy. Some of you if you want to brush your teeth tomorrow, and some of you brush your tongue before brushing your teeth. Some of you brush your teeth before brushing your tongue. It's a strategy. So what strategy do you have in your business right now for sales? What is your sales target for 2024? At the end of this year, if you want to make, let's say, 120 million naira, that will say you're making, what's it called? 10 million naira every month. Have you broken that 10 million naira by 31 days of that month? Every day, how much do you want to make? You need a strategy. So some of you now, your problem is lack of strategy. I have 1 minute more to this. Then next one about instruction. Under this instruction, what kind of command do you want to give your product to help people respond to what you are offering? So when you hear the word SOP, 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 is bigger and deeper than a way of doing this repeatedly. This is what you look at when you talk about SOP. Now, what you call instruction? Sorry, let me just wrap up here. Then about your workflow, which is the last point here. How do you do your workflow, your goal setting? How do you create that systems in your business that even if you are not there, how will it work? I'm 1,000 miles away from home for the past going to about more than a month now. My facility management company, my poultry farm, my consulting, my 8 to 5 is still working well. Why? Because of a good cash, a workflows process. Now, somebody is saying that I'm the only person now. I don't even know what to do. Please, that's why you need to structure what you are doing from what I've said. In summary, you need two things. Focus, balance between business is about operation and strategy. Most of you are focusing more on operations. That's why you're not making money. Begin to tailor yourself towards strategy, not just operations only. Look at your human resources, your financial resources, your material resources, your intellectual resources. With this, I want to say thank you so very much. So I was talking fast because of the time. I hope I'm able to confuse you. I'm able to cast out the demon in all, implement. Thank you so very much. And if you have any other thing you want to share with us or want to discuss with Mr. Paul, I will pick it up from there.
Wow. This is oh my god, my notes is actually filled up. Like, I have really learned a whole lot. I've always looked forward to learn how to structure my business because one thing I've told my friend is I have 5 stars working. How do I really structure this business so that I can always make out time to do whatever I want to do and my business will still be running? So trust me, I really learned a lot. And I want to say a very big thank you to Coach Abraham Thank you so much. You don't know what you have done tonight. Like, see the kind of things people are saying. Premium. It was premium. It was premium, 100%. Like, people are super, super, super happy, and I'm sure they got value. I just want to thank you so much for all the opportunity you've given us to learn from you, to drink from your words of wisdom. Thank you so much, Abraham. I really appreciate. And
Oh,
we are going to see after the live training. Thank you so
okay.
much.
Precious. Take care and success in your conference ahead. God bless you all.
Thank you
Thanks.
so much. Thank you
Bye.
so much, Abraham. Okay, guys, the first session is over, and I'm so excited. I trust you all got value. Trust me, my notes is almost filled up. But because of time, we're going to jump into the next section where we are going to start our panel session. The panelists are ready, and we're just going to get started. So over to you, host. Can you briefly talk about it so that we introduce the panelists?
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Paul. It's my pleasure being here once again. It is an exciting moment with Mr. Abraham. There was something very important he said. He said, if you do not make progress, you will doubt yourself. So that means that after all said and done, you have to implement, and in implementing, that's when you can get progress or make progress so that you do not doubt yourself at the end of the day. So without further ado, we'll move to the next agenda today. We'll be bringing great men, excellent men to dissect certain hacks, certain sales hacks for us. And we'll be bringing someone here who is well exposed in media advertising, in media marketing. He's an exceptional leader. He's someone whom you would want to listen to. So please, I want you to pay attention as I read his bio, as I open your eyes to understand who he is. Okay, so I want to quickly talk about him. Please, I need you to pay attention. Okay, let's talk about him. He has helped brands, or he helps brands within and outside Africa build digital assets, strategies, and marketing campaigns for peak profitability. He is one of the Facebook certified digital marketing associates in West Africa. He is also a Facebook certified media buying professional, discovering commerce specialist, community manager, media planning professional, and lead trainer. He is a LinkedIn certified marketing insider, a certified social media marketing strategist by HubSpot Academy, a Google certified digital marketer, a certified British project management professional, and an SMEDAN certified business development service provider. I want you to understand that the person whom we'll be bringing on board believes strongly that digital tools can help people and businesses become more productive and profitable. One of the things the last speaker said was we should employ the digital age in our business. We should bring in internet, we should bring in technology into our business. And this is what the panel member who believes in and will be dissecting for us today. So without further ado, I want you to make welcome on board. I want you to make welcome on stage our panel member whom will ask a lot of questions today and he will dissect. Make welcome for Fee Stephen. Put your hands together for him.
Okay, so Janet, can you introduce Joshua so that we'll just bring them in?
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Thanks so much, sir. Okay, we actually have two panel members here today. So I've told you about the first panel member who will be dissecting a lot for us when it comes to technology and how to use the media to advertise. And also have another panel member who is an enthusiastic online entrepreneur with a background in software development, marketing, and sales management, who has helped business owners and entrepreneurs build high converting sales funnels. develop tools and softwares to increase their business and sales revenue. He has created several products and services in marketing and sales, which has helped business owners around the world scale their business in not less than 60 days. There's a lot of value for us today. The notable soft and hard skills that has equipped him as a progressive online entrepreneur includes software development, sales funnel engineering, marketing, sales management, public speaking, forex trading, just to mention a few. Before us today is an exceptional, enthusiastic online entrepreneur who would open our eyes to a lot during the panel section. Make welcome, put your hands together as we make welcome Joshua Mba.
All right, fantastic. So,
All right, thank you so
our
much.
first panelist is here, Fitz Steven.
All right.
So, what is going to happen is we're going to start with Fitz Steven while Joshua joins us later. All right.
All right, no problem, sir.
Let me know if. Hello, Fitz Steven. Are you here? Okay, he's here already. So, you can just get started. Thank you so much.
All right. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, hello, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Awesome. It's good to be here.
Yeah, thank you so much for honoring our invitation.
My pleasure.
All right, so we have a lot of questions. We need you to dissect a lot when it comes to sales hacks as well as media advertising. Okay, the first question I would like you to dissect for us tonight is what is the difference, what differentiates media advertising from other forms or strategies of sales? What's really is media advertising?
Okay, so one thing with media advertising, when it comes to, I think it's important people get to know this, when it comes to from the very basic level, because sometimes when you hear these words, you're thinking of things that are super big, and then the words are so simple. So media, for example, is simply things that concern pictures, videos, text. All these things are like media on their own, and then advertising on its own is trying to get something in front of more people. So media advertising simply is just making sure that the content that you have, content in terms of pictures, content in terms of videos, content in terms of the different things that you have as assets, right? Assets that market your product or your service. That content is able to reach as many people as possible, right? That's media advertising. It's a bit one of the major difference between it and different other types of advertising is the fact that it's able to reach a good amount of people, and there's that measurability. You can measure the impact. You can measure to see how many people were reached. You can measure to see how many people got to this stage if there's a funnel. So you're able to measure, and you're also able to reach a large amount of people with your content. So that's the major difference between that and the different other types of advertising that we have.
Thank you so much, sir. I'm very sure for some other person who barely knew what media advertising is, they've been exposed and intimated as to what media advertising is. All right, so we have a major question here. Since we know what media advertising is, how do we select, how do we choose the effective platform to carry out this skill of media advertising? How do we choose that platform that would be effective for media advertising?
All right. So at the moment we have very different platforms. We have a wide range of platforms. The ones that are very popular, for example, are social media platforms. Social media platforms like Facebook, like Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok has risen in popularity in the last 3 years. We have other platforms that are non-social media platforms like Google, YouTube, for example. These are like lots of platforms that exist. They're actually more than this. I remember I was having to run a campaign for an organization in the United States, and one of the major platforms we used was Pinterest because of the nature of what we were trying to build or what we were trying to create, the awareness we were trying to create. We needed to use Pinterest as a major advertising platform. So I had to run Pinterest ads. I had to set up Pinterest ads for them, right? The major thing that determines the platform to choose is the target audience, right? And the target audience comes from the goal. So it's kind of a process. Choosing the right media platform to use starts with you knowing, having a very clear idea of what the goal of this advertising that you're about to do. What's that goal? What's the reason why you're going out all out to advertise something? And when you're clear about that goal, then who are the people that are, that are most that will benefit the most from that goal that you have, and where do they spend their time? All right. So who are the people that will benefit the most from the goal that you have set? Who is the target audience, and where do they spend their time? So the goal and the target audience would help you to know the best platform to use. So there's no one best platform, but there are other factors though. Goal and target audience are the very first at the top, but there are some other very important factors, like for example your budget. There are some people that I've had to work with in the past, right, where because of the constraints of budgets, it's not advisable that they use certain platforms. I'll give you an example. Currently on LinkedIn, for LinkedIn ads, the minimum amount, not maximum, the minimum amount you can use to create a campaign group on LinkedIn is $30. $30 daily budget, not lifetime. So you need $30 to create a campaign group. To create a campaign on LinkedIn, right, you need $10 minimum budget. So if you're someone that doesn't have up to current exchange rate, let's say 1,250 naira, sorry, 12,250 naira thereabout. So if you don't have up to 12,000 naira to spend in one day as your ads budget, you can't use LinkedIn. You're already removed from the platform because LinkedIn has a minimum budget of that amount. So budget constraints or budget availability is also a factor to consider. So those are the three major ones I'll just talk about for now. The goal, the target audience, and also the budget. Those are things that you can look at to choose what platform will work best the most for your media advertising.
All right, thank you so much, sir. I really do appreciate the fact that you've opened our eyes, especially the Nigerians among us. You've opened our eyes to see beyond Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. And that's for those who are really active on LinkedIn. But you've opened our eyes beyond the four major social media handles that a lot of persons here might be engaged in. Okay, so you understand right now that your audience kind of determine your audience, your goal, determine the kind of platform you will have to use for your media advertising. Sir, I have another question I would love you to address, and that is, what are the metrics to measure your success in media advertising? So yeah, I already have a particular platform I want to use, but how do I measure my success in that or by using that platform? So that's basically the question. What are the metrics to measure the success in media advertising when I use a particular platform?
Okay, thank you for that question. For those that are not really clear on what metrics really mean, so metrics is just simply how you can measure performance. So metrics is like the factors you're using to measure the performance of an advertising campaign. And the metrics to use actually depends on the goal. Let me start from this. Now, there are a number of metrics, but it depends on the goal you're trying to set. There are some platforms and there are some companies I've had to work with that the major thing they want is just awareness. That's all they want. So if your goal is awareness, that means you just want a lot of people to know that something exists. You want a lot of people to see something that exists, right? A major metric for you would be reach. If your goal is awareness, a major metric for you would be reach. There's a metric called reach. Reach is simply how many unique people your campaign has gotten to. That's what reach means. Reach is how many unique people has your campaign gotten to. So if, for example, we have 100 people in a place, and you say, oh, I want to run a campaign to these people. If your campaign was seen by 70 of those 100 people, your reach will be 70. So reach is the first metric when it comes to awareness. And reach just allows you to see how many people that campaign that you are trying to put out there, how many people it got to, how many people were able to see it at least once, at least one time. That's what reach really measures. But then beyond reach, still under awareness, if your goal is awareness, still under awareness, a second metric that's also important is impressions. Impressions is simply, how many times the people that were reached, how many times they saw the media that was projected to them, either the picture, the video, the content, how many times did they see it? So if out of the 70 people that were reached, if those 70 people saw the campaign 2 times, that means your reach will be 70, but your impressions will be 140. Why? Because the 70 people saw the campaigns multiple times, twice, or if it's 3 times, 210. Those are some metrics for awareness. So if your goal is awareness, the important metrics are reach and impressions. I've had to run a couple of campaigns for people that their major goals were awareness. A lot of big some of these big organizations, one of the things they are really looking out for is just more people to know about them. They are not really concerned with direct sales, especially when maybe they have showrooms. They're not trying to look for people to buy from them directly. They just want awareness that people can buy their products from the vendors that they have. But if your goal has moved from awareness, which is the first thing, to you want to be able to get people to a platform. Let's say you have a website, or you have some sort of a page that you want people to get to know more about or see more information on. Then you want to be able to look at the metrics that are related to traffic. And I'll just go through this very quickly, just so that we have an idea. So there's some metrics that are very much related to traffic, right? One of the metrics for traffic is link clicks. That's not a very core metric, but it's a metric that helps if you do not yet have tracking tools installed. So you can measure how many people click on a link to go to a destination. So link clicks is a metric that you can use to measure traffic when you're trying to send people to a particular place. And then there's also a second metric called landing page views. Landing page views is quite simple. How many people view the landing page? And this works only when you have tracking tools. So tracking tools can be the Facebook pixel, the LinkedIn insight tag, the Google tracker code, whatsoever the platform is. Almost every platform has a tracking tool now, literally all of them. And you can use several. That's a bit more technical, so I won't go too deep into that. But some other metrics, just to very quickly conclude this question. Some other metrics when it comes to sales, there's always the conversion metrics. Conversion metrics like purchase, like add to carts, like initiate checkouts. Those are majorly called conversion metrics. So if your goal is sales, if you want to sell, some metrics you want to track are add to carts, initiate checkouts, purchase. If your goal is lead generation, you want to track leads generated. That's a metric to track. So in summary, the metric you're tracking depends a lot on your goal. So if you want to ask the question of which metric should people track, I would say that there are important metrics for every goal category. So depending on that goal, you can identify the metric, all right, that is most related to the goal you're trying to achieve.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. Personally, I got clarifications regarding impression, because I'm sure a lot of persons, especially for persons using the Facebook professional mode, would be clear right now as to what impressions basically are. Thank you so much for opening our eyes to a lot about media advertising and taking us beyond what we consider as normalcy, right? Thank you so much, sir. Okay, so without further ado, I would also love for us to commune with our other panel member, Joshua Mba. Thank you so much, sir, for gracing the stage. Sir, Steven, please still stay on board. Do not leave. Okay, the session is still on. Thank you so much, sir. We have read your bio and we realize that you are an exceptional, enthusiastic online entrepreneur. We realize that you specialize in sales funnel. So having talked about media advertising, it's also good for us to understand what sales funnel is and how we can be able to get this money. Because right now, this is January 2024, by December 2024, members here, participants at this event need to be cashing out big time. Okay, so sir, Joshua Mba, this question is for you. Please explain what sales funnel is in its simplest term, just talk to us like you're talking to a layman, So please do explain to us what sales funnel is about.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me very well?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Hey, Mr. Steven, nice to be here. Thank you, Adeyomo, the anchor, and also thank you to Paul and Chinedu for organizing such a great event. It's really, I think this is my first time. I think this is um, my first live session this year, right? So, I mean, I'm just trying to get used to it. So, but let's talk about sales funnel. Very interesting topic. I love talking about sales funnel. It's something will I say something I've done for the most of my life for the past since 2018 up to this moment, right? And I can tell you, it's very. Anytime I'm called to talk about sales funnel, I'm always very excited because this is like a significant part of my life. But let's talk about sales funnel. So let me tell you guys a very interesting story. So before now, what we knew as I mean, probably when I was not born, right? What we knew was if a man and a woman meet together, they'll give birth to a smaller version of themselves, right? So many years ago, I'm sure they did not understand the whole medical process that there is. Now they call it antenatal. There is this, there is that, there is this one. Those names were not existing. I mean, you just meet a man and then you guys stay together, and then the next thing you have a baby. In fact, as a small child, basically, I thought if you just sit down close to a lady, the lady will get pregnant, right? So I mean, we had that thought growing up as little kids, right? But amazingly is that over time, now listen to this part. Over time, we now began to discover that for that to really happen, I'm teaching this life. I want you guys to follow and understand what sales funnel is. The male sperm cell has to meet with the female egg, and then when it meets, there is the fertilization process, and then after that, there is conception. The baby begins to grow, and there is a 9 months period that this baby needs to mature in the womb before the baby is considered mature enough to come out, right? Then there is the contraction that will happen. If there's no contraction, they can induce contraction, and then a baby is born. Now, the beautiful thing about understanding these phases is that it gave medical people insight to know that, oh, there is something going on right here at this stage. So if there's going to be a miscarriage, they will know exactly what could cause a miscarriage. If something is going on with the woman, they'll know, okay, this is her 9th month, this is her 7th month, something XYZ, something supposed to happen. Now, that understanding was just for us to understand that there are different phases that would happen for a woman to give birth to a child. All right. That's exactly years ago. Transaction was basically you want to buy salt, you go to get salt, is give them and walk away. But over time, as technology came out, as a lot of things, the world began to revolutionize, we began to see that people had to make some decisions before they take action in buying a product. So business owners began to study. I'm trying to give you guys a fundamental explanation to the history of sales funnel. Business owners were like, okay, now that people are now making decisions, people are now considering a lot of factors to make decisions to buy a product, what really goes on in the mind of a person? So they now said, okay, for someone to buy your product, let's study what really happens. First of all, the person gets aware of your product. Okay, and I know that, okay, there is Steven that sells a beer growing cream. All right, I'm aware of it. And then the next thing is that they have to develop interest. So they need to see that Joshua, all of the big men on this live stream have beers. Joshua has beers. Steven has beers, right? So if you want to be a big man, you need to have beers. We have to give them something that will interest them. And then we have to help them make the decision. We have to tell them that, hey, you can get beers in the next 7 days, 14 days, not even in the next 5 years. So we have to help them make that decision and then give them a sweet, soft pricing. And then after that, they can now take action and give us their money, and then we'll give them the product. So that's what formed what we now call the AIDA framework. Initially, it was called the conversion framework. I mean, it has also a lot of names. But over time, it now became revolutionized, and the keyword sales funnel came into play. One of the grandfathers that made this word very, very popular, that popularized the concept of sales funnel, is Russell Brunson. And right now, as days are going on, there's a lot of improvements. Right now, it's no longer AIDA. We now have AIDAR. The last R means retention. And that's what it is. So everybody listen to me right now. So imagine someone who is coming to buy a product from you. What you are doing as a business owner basically is to understand that there are stages that this guy has to go through to buy a product. The basic way I can explain it one more time is, imagine giving a map to your house to a stranger who doesn't know your house. That map is supposed to lead that stranger to your house. That's what sales funnel is. So when you think of your product as a destination, how can someone who literally doesn't know about you and your product get to find your product and buy it is what sales funnel does. So in literal terms, sales funnel is a journey that your prospect will go through to get to buy your product. All right.
All right, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for that understanding, for that explanation. Yeah, it was so simple. You took us from understanding how a child is born, you took us to the primitive age of business, and then to the technology age. Thank you so much, sir. And I'm sure anybody listening right now has been made aware, is not now understands what sales funnel is in its simple term. Okay, the next question I would love to ask is, how do you integrate personalized experiences into your sales funnel to cater to the unique needs and preferences of individual customers? I'll take that again. How do you integrate personalized experiences into your sales funnel to cater to the unique needs and preferences of individual customers? So you have different customers, but you need to integrate personalized experiences into your sales funnel. I guess you're muted. Sorry, I guess you're muted.
Sorry about that. So your question is, how do I personalize the experience in the whole process for customers when they are coming to buy my product?
Yeah, different customers.
Yeah, beautiful. So this is one unique thing about technology, right? Okay, yeah. This is one unique thing about technology. What technology has done for us is that it has made it possible for us to track people who are going through your funnel. Okay, that's the beauty of technology. So when someone, let me give you a basic example how I do this. Someone comes to you right now and say, hey, I have interest in your product. And they're like, okay, click and go to my website. They click and go to your website. First of all, the power of Facebook Pixel. Let's talk about that. I'm going to give you guys majorly all of the most powerful technologies that will enable you to customize the experience for your customer. Now, there's Facebook Pixel on your website. There's a Facebook Pixel on your landing page, on your checkout page, right? Now, these pixels are supposed, what their work is basically, is to serve as a tracking tool. So I need to know when Steven comes to my landing page. I need to know when Steven is buying my product. So I can now create a tag. I now create a customized. There was something I'm going to give you guys this story as an illustration. In 2020, during the COVID, I worked with a friend of mine, a partner, and she was in Lagos at the time. She just relocated after that business. We got in a product. Now follow this story very well to understand the personalization experience. We got a product. That product, we bought it 1,500. This was when I was actively into e-commerce. I've left the e-commerce industry actually. Then we bought a product 1,500, brought it outside the country. Very powerful product. We brought it into Nigeria, and we're selling that product for 35,000 naira. So that was, you could do the math, the profit margin, right? Now, when we packaged the product and we're selling it, that was the beauty of that product. What we did was, on each stage of the funnel, we had the landing page, we have the checkout page, we had an upsell. We're upselling them. I don't want to tell you guys the name of the product. Some of you must have seen the product. It was a white label product, actually. I don't want to say it. This is YouTube, right? So, but what we did was, for each stage of the funnel, we were tracking. So let's say you buy the product and you end at the checkout page, and then you skip the upsell. We will send back a retargeting ad that will come to you and say, hey, bro, you see an ad on Facebook. You open your Facebook, and you see an ad on Facebook that say, you bought XYZ product, but you did not check out this other product. This is a link to grab 20% off from this product. And you basically be like, how did these people know that I bought this product? How are they giving me an offer? People are like, what is this? So that alone made a lot of people come back to buy the upsell, right? That's crazy. That's what Facebook Pixel does for you. You don't need to even do the work yourself. There are tools already there for you to just integrate into your funnel and get it done, right? That's one way to do it. Number two is that one of the things I tell people to do functionally, there's no time to teach us lead funnel. I would have been teaching you guys lead funnel right now, is that when you create a lead funnel, there are 3 items that you must collect. 3 items. Number 1, collect their name. Number 2, collect their email. Of course, number 3, collect their phone number. But this is relative. For some persons, you just want to collect their email and walk away. But this is the beauty of it. If you're in Nigeria, you're in Africa, I obviously would say this, and that is 100% true. One of the powerful ways to close sales right now is through WhatsApp conversations. So that's why I always encourage people to collect their WhatsApp number on your lead page. You want to send it, collect it. You might not need it today, but collect it. So when you have this, in fact, one of the things I've also made emphasis in doing is to make sure that I provide, even if I don't have the tools available, because I'm a software engineer also, I want to build out those tools myself. So that was even what made me to be one of my recent softwares called Saleszo. So what I did in Saleszo was I was looking for a way that I could customize the experiences for people that have indicated interest in my product on WhatsApp. I want to send messages to you on WhatsApp, and you feel like I'm talking only to you, not like I'm sending a WhatsApp broadcast. So that's one of the reasons I built Saleszo. So right now he's working his life, and everybody can use it. It's open for the world. People are using it across the world. Now, what we did in Saleszo is that when you build your lead funnel, you have to integrate the Saleszo funnel, the Saleszo form into it. The Saleszo form will help you collect their name, their email, and phone number. Now, this is the beauty. When you want to send a message to them, you customize it. Hello, so I'm going to go like, hello, Steven, how are you doing today? I want them to reach out to you on XYZ. Steven is going to receive it. Adeyomo is going to receive it. Everybody's going to receive it. Everybody's going to receive it, and you're going to feel like this is Joshua talking to you. Hey, Steven, how are you doing today? I just wanted to share XYZ stuff to you, right? That is the beauty of customization. So what people want, this is the truth. Nobody wants to buy something from you when it is generalized. I want to feel like I'm talking to Adeyomo. Adeyomo is going to be in her bedroom. She's reading my message on WhatsApp. She's reading my email, and she's just smiling. I'm like, oh, Joshua is talking to me. Oh, Joshua. But literally, that was the message I said to a lot of people. So that customization gives you leverage to communicate, and your customers, they don't even want to know whether it's sending to 100 people. They're feeling like you're actually just talking to them. That's the second way. The third way you can actually achieve that is when you write your sales copy, ad copy, whatever copy, emails, follow-up messages, whatever stage of the funnel they are in, pay attention to this. Don't write like you're writing to a lot of people. Write like you're writing to one person. So I'm going to give you an example. So let's say I want to write, sorry, this is going to come so fast in my head. I didn't plan it. But let's just say I want to write something to Adeyomo, right? Adeyomo, right? And I want to write, I'm writing for everybody, but I want Adeyomo to read it and feel like I'm talking to her. So I'm going to go something like in 8th of January 2024 at exactly 9:34 p.m. I was in the couch in my parlor, and I was discussing. But guess what happened, really? Do you know what happened? Right? So, and then you're like, what happened? You feel like we're having a conversation. Like, at that time, my mom just came into my apartment and she did this. But I'm going to tell you exactly what you, emphasis, keywords like you, can do right now to be like me in a way that you can enjoy life without having working online. So everything I want to write, I can write it. So I start using keywords like I'm talking to you Adeyomo. So you're reading it, you feel like Joshua is actually just talking to me and not talking to everybody. So it's difficult. It's different from when I say, hey, everybody, I've launched my course. Go and buy it now. Go and click on this link and buy it now. Right? That personalized experience, it blows people's mind without them even knowing that you're blowing their mind. You know, when people are like, wow, this is so good. They didn't say, but in like their heads, wow, that's what you want to do. So you use keywords, English, you use first person words in your messaging, in your sales copy, and everything. And it's another way to personalize it. But just before I end up, I saw my name, Joshua on Facebook. I want to say this first of all. A lot of people are impersonating me on Facebook, right? So if you search Joshua, you literally will see a lot of Joshua on Facebook, and I hope you guys don't for the wrong people. But I would rather just I would probably just text Paul my handle name for those who ask for my handle name, and then he'll put it out there. But thank you. I hope I answered your question properly. I hope you guys got value too.
Yes. Yes, you did. Like that was well done. That was really expository. Like literally while you were talking, I took note of this. You said something similar to what Phil Stevens said. You talked about Facebook Pixel. You also mentioned certain software. Like you got I'm sure you got a lot of us thinking, because some of us had taken certain steps which we thought were marketing strategies, but somehow we've come to realize that we should have done it better. Thank you so much, sir, for that. Okay, so the next question I would like to ask you is, with the rise of social media and online communities, how do you incorporate social selling strategies to engage and build relationships with potential customers throughout the sales process? With the rise of social media and online communities, how are we able to build relationships with potential customers throughout the entire sales process?
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to say this. First of all, just before I answer that question, I'm going to say this straight up. Please, everyone who is watching me right now, any part of the world you are in, and those that watch the playback, please listen to this and I'm going to say. Everybody, go and create a YouTube channel. Everybody, I'm saying this straight up. Go and create a YouTube channel. I want to say one more time. Create a YouTube channel. If by 2024 January you don't have a YouTube channel, you're in a long term, and I don't want to be in a long term, right? And I'm going to tell you guys exactly why I want you guys to do that. Now, to answer your question, how do I maximize the community and the rise of social media platforms to build close relationship with my customers? Now, one of the things I became very, very intentional about through the years, if you go to all of my social media handle, I love Twitter now because I love Twitter energy than Facebook energy for a lot of reasons, but we'll talk about that next time. One of the things I took intentional from Twitter to Facebook to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel name is Joshua Batu. You're going to see me giving you a lot of information that you can apply right now and see results right now. That's what I do, and that's how I build close relationship. I'm sure you guys are familiar with the word the KLT factor. Are you guys familiar with this? KLT means know, like, and trust. It's a common marketing term, right? If you want people to buy a product from you, they have to know you, they have to like you, and they have to trust you. And for me, I know I can't multiply myself in a lot of ways where I have to build. If I want to sell to Steven, I have to build that close relationship with Steven. I have to build Adeyoma. I want to build with Paul. I want to build everybody. I can't literally do all of that, right? So, what I would, please, that's not the spelling of sales, though. Please, I think I'm getting started with all of the comments. It's sales, SERLZO. I think I posted in the comment section, right? Now, so what I rather would do is I create content that are crazily of value. If you go to my YouTube channel right now, Joshua Mba, I promise you, you can sleep on my YouTube channel for 5 days and you make a lot of notes and get a lot of things that will help you move your business to the next level. I can bet you. My YouTube channel can change your business, can change your personal life, can change your personality, can make you become so powerful. That's a lot of content I have on my YouTube. I currently have over 200 videos on my YouTube channel right now, about 200 videos on my YouTube channel right now. And all of them are crazy. So without meeting Joshua Mba physically, without even getting to see me before, a lot of persons on this live stream have never seen me before. They probably have heard of my name and seen my videos. But for you specifically to experience me without me coming to your house, I have to put a lot of me out there. So on my Facebook, on my Twitter, on my YouTube channel, there's a lot of information that I already know that if you listen to it, it's going to change your life instantly. And that's one of the powerful ways to bring people closer to you. So this is what it does for me. Now listen, what it does for you is that people read about you, they read about your content, they watch your video on YouTube, and they begin to ask themselves this question unconsciously: who is this guy? I mean, this guy is good. I would love to meet this guy. I like this guy. How this thing he said is true? Oh, let me apply it. The person applies it, sees results, and like, I need to find this guy. I need to find this guy. I need to buy his course. I need to buy his course. And that's exactly what happens. I can literally give you guys, this is open air live session, and I can tell you guys for real, I've received a lot. I wake up to messages on my WhatsApp from people across the world, and they are telling me, hey, I watched your YouTube video, Joshua, and after I watched your YouTube video, I applied it, and this is what happened to my business. Now, what I've just done for that person is I've proven that I'm good, I'm solid, what I tell you will work, and I have a track record of these things without me having to talk to you. So you see people coming to say, I need to meet this Joshua Mba. I need to buy his content. I need to buy his course. I need to pay for his coaching. I don't have a lot of time to do all of those stuff. So I use my social media handles to do that. Now, secondly, is in terms of community building. I'm going to say this clearly to everybody. The next big thing in this industry is community. Now, this I'm saying is sounding so simple, but in the next 3 to 5 years, this video is on YouTube, so you guys can come back. People can watch this video in the next 5 years. The next 3 to 5 years, you will discover that those who are building communities now are going to own a lot of the market share when it comes to selling products and digital products on the internet. This I'm telling you is real fact. So everyone right here, while you open your YouTube channel, the first thing you want to do is to build your community. You could use Telegram, you could use WhatsApp group. Build a place where you have a lot of people that listen to you, that believe in you, where everybody is there together. You usually want to do this. So this is what I do. My videos lead you into a truth. I feel like teaching this night. There's something that just came to me. But let me stop here. There's no time. Unless you guys want me to. If you guys want me to continue, tell me to continue. But let me just stop here. But I literally have a lot of things to say on this topic because this is what I feel a lot of internet marketers and business owners fail to understand and execute. We believe that if you want to make a lot of money, you just need to create a product and run ads to it. But buying takes time. People don't buy immediately they see your product. It's not always going to happen like that. So for me, what I've invested my time in doing is that I've invested my time in building a replication of myself across social media, on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube. These are the basic places I've spent a lot of. I have a TikTok account actually, but it's just there. I really don't do much on TikTok now. In fact, one of my goals, I'm going to say this and I hope I do it actually. I have a lot on my table this year, is to move my YouTube channel from 20K subscribers to 100,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I hope I'll have time to do it really, but that's it. So because I know that if I have 100,000 people on my YouTube and I keep videos once every week or even twice every month, that video will continuously make me resound in the ears of a lot of people. In fact, I've had people watch videos on YouTube and they sleep and see me in their dream. That's how powerful my videos are. Yes, I can show you guys proof on my WhatsApp. People say, "Guy, I saw you in my dream. I watched your video and I heard you teach everything again in my dream." Do you understand? So you have to become omnipresent. You have to be everywhere. People are looking for content and topics around some of the things you are selling, but you have to provide upfront value without them having to meet you. And I want to do it. And why I recommend YouTube is because YouTube is 100% everyday optimized. Facebook content you put after 14 days, 21 days is synced out of the timeline. People have to literally go to your timeline to scroll and see an old post you made in 2021. But I can tell you for a fact, people are still watching the videos I made in 2021, videos I made in 2022, 2023 on YouTube. They are still watching it till today. Twitter is for me. I do Twitter. I have about 20,000. I think I have about 28,000 or thereabout followers on Twitter right now. Right, that's a lot of numbers right now. But the more I tweet, the more my tweet goes down. But one of the strategies I deploy on my Twitter is that I recycle my tweets. So in the next few days, you're going to see a lot of tweets from me. But most of those tweets I made like 1 year ago, I just recycled it. Right, I recycled it and I use a tool called High Fury. It's a free tool and you can pay for the pro version if you want to do that. Use High Fury. High Fury HYPEFURY. It's a software you could just integrate with your Twitter. I use it to manage my Twitter handle myself. I manage my Twitter handle myself. So when I have time, I create a bulk of tweets and I stage them on High Fury and it just goes out. But lately I've been busy with building sales, I told you guys about. We are building a very powerful software. I really want to help a lot more businesses with that software, and that's why I'm building it. I'm sorry, I have to stop here so I can take more questions. I
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
Indeed, all you've said basically draws to the fact that attention is currency. Attention is currency. And yes, you are really that enthusiastic online entrepreneur. Okay, so without further ado, I would love to ask the media marketer, the one who has exposed us and intimated us as to what media advertising is all about. All right, Mr. Steven, please, I would like you to tell us, share an example of a successful media advertising campaign, highlighting the key factors that contributed to its effectiveness. So possibly you make it something personal, more like a story, something personal, probably, if you can. Just share kind of an advertising campaign and highlight the key factors that contributed to its effectiveness. Okay, I guess you're muted. Sir, I guess you're muted.
Okay, yeah, I think can you hear me now?
Yes. Yes.
All right, great. So over the years, when it comes to media advertising, there's been a lot of changes. There are lots of changes in terms of algorithm, and that's why I would not maybe look for something that's happened maybe 2-3 years back. At the beginning, there was a time when a lot of the success for media advertising came from knowing how to do things like targeting, do things like setting up the campaign itself. A lot of the success came from the work of media advertising itself. That's the setting up of the ads. Now, over time, what happened was because of newer technology and things like artificial intelligence, algorithms have become way more smarter. And because of that, at this very moment, there are different factors that power successful campaigns as opposed to before now. So before now, there was a lot of emphasis on targeting. There was a lot of emphasis on things like, okay, are you targeting the right audience? Are you setting up the right objective? While those things are still important, I can tell you for free that at the moment, the focus is different. I I still run a couple of campaigns even till today but for top organizations, right? So sometimes we get to spend we have spends of way more than $20,000, $50,000 in a month, and because of those type of campaigns that I run, I'm able to test different things at the same time. And one thing I have seen is that currently, as at 2024, this is January 2024, and I'm putting the date because these things can change over time. But currently, the major thing that drives performance at the moment, in order of priority, the first thing that drives performance of media campaigns or media advertising is the offer. That's the first. The offer is the first thing in that order. That the offer is simply what exactly are you giving to the people you're advertising to. So that offer itself is the first major thing. When people think about ads, they think about it as one magical thing that, okay, once I run ads, I'll start selling. It's not true. If you are offering something that is not very much needed by an audience, you would run ads and a lot of people will see the rubbish and they will not buy. So you just see the same thing. You have the same results that you're trying to avoid, right? So crafting your offer is the very first thing that drives performance at this time. And I know this because, of course, like I said, there are still campaigns that I run even to date. Now, the second thing in that order is your creative. Your creative serves the purpose of grabbing attention. Most times I have to test a number of creatives, and that's why a lot of times having higher budgets can help, because the higher the budget, the more creatives you can test. If you don't have a very high budget, you just have to stick with the creative you think will work. And in the advertising space, any advertising professional would tell you that sometimes you can have a setup that you think that you assume would work. I've had this happen. Remember when I had one of my clients in the United States, the buying behavior in the US is quite different from that of Nigeria. So I had set up this amazing campaign. I was just waiting for the results. And I found out that the way the messaging of the creative was set up was different from what it should be. I had to test a number of creatives. Thankfully, there was a budget for that. I had to test a number of creatives before we could pinpoint a creative that worked best. So the creative is the second thing that drives performance today, not the targeting. So the offer first, the creative. Then after you're clear with those two aspects, you're able to grab attention with your creative. These days you see different kinds of creative. The whole goal of your creative, and by creative I mean your picture, your video, your text, that thing that people will see, right? The whole goal of your creative is to get people to go to your destination. If it's a landing page, to get people to your landing page. If it's WhatsApp, to get people to your WhatsApp. If it's DM, to get people to your DM. That's the whole goal. So whatever you're crafting at that front end, you must craft it in such a way that it's able to first stop people from scrolling, and then secondly, make them to come to your destination, the destination you want. These are the most important things right now, your offer and your creative. Then after you're clear with those two, then you can come back and look at things like your targeting. There's a recent update for example, the Facebook Ads Manager that is called Advantage Audience. Now, I have tested that feature with different budget levels, and I have seen that the feature is actually a very powerful feature. I think these days, based on results over time, and this also I run ads even till date. So these are things I've seen. Based on results, at the moment, Advantage Audience actually is able to pull in a lot of results. You can suggest an audience to that feature, so they can ask you to suggest an audience. You can suggest a possible audience, but Meta is able to use your suggestion and even use your creative to be able to create some sort of targeting that is more powerful in terms of results, okay, than the normal targeting options we had before. So if you have not used the Advantage Audience option, this is a call for you to use it. There's also Advantage Placements. There are some other features there and there, but Advantage Audience is one of the recent features that I have seen that works. All right. There are some other newer features for the ads manager, especially for Meta. Meta's Ads Manager, currently there are partnership ads, so you can definitely run ads in partnership with someone. So two people can run ads in partnership with each other currently on Meta. There's also Advantage Placements, which I've talked about, which I'll always recommend for people to use. And then the last thing I'll talk about just before I end this part is the campaign objective itself. When it comes to campaign objective, which is another feature that really drives performance, every campaign objective is optimized for a result. So most times, if you want sales, all right, there are two objectives that I would definitely recommend for you if you want sales. One of them is the sales objective, but another one is the leads objective. So you can either use a sales objective or a leads objective. depending on your funnel. Joshua talked about funnel, right? So the funnel you've set up will determine the objective you're using. We have seen I've seen situations. In fact, there are some times that I use both leads and sales just because the cost per result, and cost per result means how much it's costing you to get a conversion or to get a sale, right? The cost per result between those two may be different. It may cost you more to get sales, all right, but it may cost you less to get leads. The reason is because leads have not bought from you yet. But if you want to sell, it is always great that you go for sales. Now, there's a new feature that was set up sometime last year called Advantage Sales. There are two of them. There's Advantage Sales and there's Advantage Shopping. If you're running a sales campaign at this time, as at 2024, you need to leverage Advantage Sales. It brings better results currently. And I'm saying this because I've tested it, all right? I've tested it real time. So Advantage Sales campaigns at the same setting with the normal sales campaign, Advantage Sales campaign currently brings better results when it comes to conversions. All right, so those are just some things to take note of. When it comes to getting a campaign that is quite successful. Now, most of the campaigns I'm running at the moment, apart from my personal campaigns, there are a lot of NDAs associated with them. When they're paying you very well, sometimes there are some things you can't disclose. But I can give examples that are broad, okay, but for very specifics, maybe if there's like a more private session, I can go into drill down into deeper specifics, right? But from some of the things I've shared so far, I'm sure that those of you that want to go into media advertising, running ads, just go for it, and you will get really good results.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I love how this session has been. I love the sync in the different panel members. I love the fact that you're able to quote Joshua Mba, and Joshua Mba is able to quote Fitzstephen. I really love it. Okay, so Mr. Fitzstephen, please, I would like you in 1 minute just tell us a word for business persons as well as persons who are interested in getting into media advertising.
Okay, so I think one thing I would say, especially for people that are in the beginning stages of their business, is that you can do it yourself. The people that are very good are expensive. The people that are very good are expensive. The people you may be able to afford may not be that good. So I want you to have the conscious sense that you can do it yourself, except you do not have time and you have the money to spend. I want you to know that you can do it yourself. Just go into a period of learning. There are some tools that are out there. There is a particular platform called Facebook Blueprints. Facebook Blueprints is a free platform by Facebook. All right, you can go to facebook.com/blueprints. You can learn about how to advertise there. Facebook.com/blueprints. A free resource, free educational center by Facebook. There are also very amazing resources on YouTube. I know that a number of people talk about ads and their content is very, very rich. I know of, I think I'll recommend Courage Ngelage. He has a YouTube channel that he has some videos on ads that I think, based on some of the concepts he shared, they are very rich. So if you are just starting out, you can start with that. If you can pay for a course, that will also be amazing. But learn how to do it yourself. And the reason I'm giving this advice is because if you want to pay for advertising, the money that you would pay to someone to run your ads for you could have been used as part of your ads budget. All right, except you have sufficient funds to use, but you can redirect that money to pay to someone to use as your ads budget, right? For example, there's no if I'm running ads for someone at $1,000, $1,000 is in naira currently is about 1.2 million naira. So why you pay me 1.2 million naira as a service fee as a small business owner? There are organizations that pay me that without blinking, but you as a small business owner, it's better you learn it yourself so you don't have to pay people, all right, to do it for you. You can learn it yourself, have that confidence, and then go ahead and learn it. That is what I would say. Go and learn it yourself.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Okay, sir, Joshua Mba, please tell us just in 1 minute something that you want us to take home.
Seriously, I have a lot of things that I want you to take home. I have.
Please, 1 minute.
Okay, so first of all, probably I should use this opportunity to also thank everyone, the organizers of this program. Great stuff. I saw the list of other speakers, amazing people, and I'm sure tomorrow will also be a great time here. I wasn't here earlier on to listen to the first speaker, and I'm sure there's another speaker coming after this session. Great stuff. Paul, well done, really well done for putting this together. And I'm sure everyone watching this video, honestly, I know hosting events is not easy. Whether it's virtual or physical, it's no way easy, right? But the beauty of hosting events is after the event, let the people that participated have testimonies after that. We want people to say, oh, after this conference, after this virtual event, I applied XYZ and my life changed. So the first thing I want you to take home is make sure you apply what you've learned. No matter how we say it, make sure you just apply it. Take action. Sometimes you don't need to have it 100% clear to take action. Just hear it and then go in and execute. But I'm going to say a few things just to end my session, or to what I feel everybody needs to hear. I'm sure everybody listening to me right now are people who are selling products across the internet. Most of you are internet marketers. So I want you to pay close attention to this. I've been opportunity to do this for a while. I mean, being in the industry for a while, and I can tell you from my personal experience, from what I see and from what I see good that is going to happen very soon in the industry, I want you all to do this. Number one thing I want you to pay attention to right now is that start building a community of people that believe in you at all costs. Start now to build it. Don't overlook this thing. Let me tell you why you need to build this thing. Number one, cost of customer acquisition is going to increase over time. It's already increasing. As at 2013, 2016, in fact, let me go as at 2016, 2017, the cost of acquiring one customer was way, way easier than it is today. But now you have to literally spend a lot of money to acquire one customer. So one of the things that will save you is your ability to build a community of people that believe in you now. That will save you so much. So what you want to do, what you want to invest your time doing right now is, number one, have a channel where you can provide value upfront and draw people closer to you. Giving value for free has always been working, will continue to work, and is still working till today. So you want to make sure you are utilizing. I want you to invest time in something that lasts. That's why I say no matter how you provide value on Facebook, it will require you to do it every time so that people will keep seeing you. But if you do very nice YouTube video, you can even go off doing videos on YouTube for 4 months and people are still experiencing you and nobody will feel it. So I want you to invest in making video content. Teach what you know already. Create your channel. You don't need to have sophisticated gadgets. You use your smartphone. You have an iPhone, beautiful. Use your smartphone. Record it. There is a software called CapCut now. You can shoot video in a very dirty place and change the background and look nice. Utilize this thing. I'm saying the truth because if you're waiting for yourself to figure, if you're waiting to figure all of these things out and have the best gadget, you never start. Right? That's number one. So from now, promise me, everybody, we're going to create a YouTube channel and start making videos. Put the videos there. In the next 10 years, you'll be grateful you started today. The next 5 years, you'll be so happy with your life. I promise you. Now, give value and then build a community. Pick a platform. It could be WhatsApp. It could be on Telegram. But I'm going to say this, right? Instead of doing all of that, this is what I'm going to recommend everybody start doing right now. This is pro advice, like pro secret advice, right? I want to give you guys this thing. What I want you to do now is, now that you're going to become intentional in providing value upfront. I'm so big on giving value upfront, whether it's on Facebook, on Instagram. I saw that, right? I have a lot to say, really, right? But let's come back. Whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, or on YouTube, always create a simple free offer. Now, listen carefully to this. This is something I would really want to teach people who are closer. But I want to teach it right now for free. Your industry, that industry you're in right now, let's say you're in the cosmetic industry. You don't even need to be in, sorry, I have a meeting. You don't need to be in making money industry. You need to be any industry at all. Create a free manual, a free handbook. Let me give you an example. I'm in the sales funnel industry. I have to create, let's say I write an ebook, the ABC of sales funnel, how to use sales funnel to generate $10,000 in your business. Write an ebook or record a free mini program, a video. Could be a 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or 4 set of videos that are just 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Create it for free, right? And your goal is to give people upfront value that if they listen to it, they are going to get results. If they apply whatever you tell them, they're going to see results. Something that has worked for you. Don't tell them what you think that will work. Tell them what has worked for you. Teach them what has worked for you. If it does not work for you, then you shouldn't be teaching it. Go and look for it. Let it work for you first, right? We'll talk about that on another day. I don't like people teaching what hasn't worked for them. Teach what you have experienced and has worked for you, right? Then you do it for free. Remember, it's free. So when you now go to your video, now listen carefully. You now go to your video. Hey, I want to teach you how to do exercise. At the end of the video, you say, okay, I have a free offer for you. It's 100% free. It's what XYZ stuff. I want you to have it for free. There's a link in the description of this video. Click on it. You're going to get access to a 5-step video that shows you how to do XYZ. I'm going to give you an ebook that shows you how to start your own cosmetic business. I'm going to show you, give you extra. I mean, you know what your industry you are in. Click the link, and that link, when they click on it, should be a landing page, a link page. That link page should have boldly on the headline how to do XYZ stuff, how to use XYZ stuff to achieve XYZ stuff. I always like making it basic. Don't overcomplicate your marketing process. If you make it complicated, you are deceiving yourself, and you might even lose more sales, right? Make it as basic as possible. Speak the right basic English, something that someone will read. You will not want to start thinking about what is he saying to understand it. You will just read it and everything gets clear. Now that's your headline. Then you put a graphics that represents you and whatever you're trying to give them for free. You put a CTA that says click here to get access. Or you put a form. When they click on that button, what they'll see is give me your email, your WhatsApp number, and your full name. Now the amazing thing is that for some of you that want to figure out how can I achieve this, there are basically a lot of complications through this technical process, right? But you could use a platform, my Salesforce platform, the software I just launched. So Salesforce has a form in it. So you could just create a form and say, okay, I want to collect their email, name, and phone number, and then copy the form code and put it on your own website. Bam. So the form appears. I wish there was a way to share all of this screen and show you guys all of this stuff right now. So you put it, they fill the form. Now, amazingly, something like Salesforce, I mean, there are other tools, but Salesforce is most recommended right now because the way we made the dynamics easy to work for people in this part of the world. And if you're an African, you're an African internet marketer. So you can now say, immediately they fill this form, send them a message on their WhatsApp. So they fill the form and click submit. Immediately they submit it on their WhatsApp. They say, hi, this is Joshua. Thank you for filling this form. This is the link to get access to the 5-step process that will show you how to set up your first funnel that will give you your first $5,000 or help you generate your first 5,000, whatever thing, whatever is your offer, right? And they say like, okay, now give them a link. Hey, join my WhatsApp community, join my Telegram community with this link, and then enjoy all of the benefits and all of the free information I share in my community. Number one thing you've done is that you've given them something of value. You've collected their information in that exchange, and then you have moved them to your community. Then your Telegram community, then your WhatsApp community, and they are there for life. As far as you are giving them value, they will always remain there. Do you guys understand this? Now, any day you wake up and you want to create an offer, a 20,000 naira, 50,000 naira offer on Sales Funnel, you just come out to the community and say, okay, in 7th of June or 7th of February, I'm going to release a special program that is going to show you how to do XYZ. We can call it the 10x funnel system. You create a framework that works. So it comes to the community. What he has done for you is that you have over time prepared an audience that will easily buy from you. This is why you don't need to run Facebook ads for it again. So the more you are doing content on YouTube,
thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I mean, let's stop there, right? My time is up.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. We really do appreciate. We appreciate Mr. Stephen, and we also appreciate Mr. Joshua Umba. Thank you so much for the energy, the passion. This is a free event. This is not paid, and you can see the enthusiasm in the speakers as they willingly dish these values, giving you free tools, giving you ideas, things that you would have spent a lot of money. They are exceptional experts in their fields, but they are telling you that you can learn certain things for free. They're even telling you should go and learn what they know how to do. You should understand that this is a master class on its own. So thank you so much, sir. We do appreciate. God bless you, and the wealth of your knowledge is replenished. Thank you so much. All right, without further ado, we have the next speaker who would be dissecting a lot for us. We've learned business structures. We've learned about media advertising, media marketing. We've learned what sales funnel is all about. Now it's time for us to understand how to make this money. At the beginning of the session, I told you to write what was your first credit alert. Now, we've talked about business structures, we've talked about the planning for you to make that anticipated amount of money you want to have by the end of the year. So Join me as I welcome my mentor. I hope he's aware that we are starting our mentorship tomorrow. Of course, he's aware, and I'm part of his mentees. All right, so I'm going to call on board my mentor. I told you earlier that I started following some of the speakers online we'll be having today, and after then, my concept about sales changed. I did not see selling as begging. I saw selling as the fact that I had value to offer and you've got to pay me what I am worth. Okay, I would call him on a man who resigned from his job to focus on helping you and I. He has a message to share with humanity. He had a voice that told him, you have your mouth and you have your hands. Use it to impact others. And that is what he's doing today. He also works with organizations to help them enrich progressive leadership cultures that turn employees into brand ambassadors, train middle and top managers on team dynamics and communication strategies that increase loyalty, bonding, and patronage. At as a practicing sage, he utilizes effective coaching models to aid individuals and organizations re-engineer their paradigm, thereby creating optimal cultures for success. He is trained and certified in the use of practice of Erickson's hypnosis, results technologies, perform consulting and neurological repartitioning. He is an engineer by academics. He is a brilliant, exceptional. He's brilliant and he's also intelligent. Intelligent. I hope you know the difference between both of them. And he is no other person. I want you to put your hands together. I need that fire emoji to come on board. Because practically, I need to disclose this. I'm writing a book with him. We are co-authoring a book. So you should know that value is speaking to you. Value is anchoring this event. Value is hosting this event. Value organized this event. And value is going to be speaking to you in few minutes time. So he is no other person than the exceptional Don of shameless marketing, Emeka Nobis. Put your hands together.
Jen, thank you so much. Thank you for that introduction. I'm grateful to be here. Thank you, everybody who is here. Amazing speakers have spoken before me, and the panelists, great work. So I want to say thank you to everyone who has spoken before me. Amazing stuff that we are all doing. Very powerful masterminds in their own rights and in their own industries. Exceptional beings. Thank you. My name is Emeka Nobis, and she has done a good job introducing me. So I'll go straight into it so that we can learn tonight. All right. So I'm not using slides. So I would like you to have your pen and paper or your pen and your jotter, right? So that you can write down. So tonight I have been told to teach how you can make your first 1,000 sales using social media. All right. How you can make your first 1,000 sales using social media. And as usual, if you know me, I like to speak from experience. I'm an experiential teacher. I don't like to teach the things that I have not experienced, and that is my own preference and my own choice. It doesn't mean you can't teach the things you've learned, but I like to teach because I have a level of confidence and boldness when I'm sharing that from my depth of experience. And so I'm going to be sharing how I made my first 1,000 sales using social media. And I would like to tell it my story that the very first the very first class that I tried to host had only 3 people in it. All right. The very first class I tried to do, because many of you know me as someone who teaches about knowledge, right? So I teach people how to monetize their knowledge, how to make money from their knowledge. So the very first time I tried to teach, host a class, I had just 3 people who paid. And it was a physical class here in the city of Port Harcourt. The guys had paid 2,000 naira to attend the class. I had spent 50,000 naira actually in trying to organize the class. So after everything, if you minus the 6,000 naira they paid from the 50,000 naira expended, so I had a 44,000 naira loss. But then I have powered on ever since then. All right. The BlackBerry Messenger came. Somebody's asking my name. My name is Emeka Nobis. You can see it right there on the screen. So Logun Olamileko. My name is Emeka Nobis. All right. So So I have gone on. So BBM came, BlackBerry Messenger. I don't know, some of you may not have met BlackBerry Messenger at the time. And then I started teaching again many years ago, as far back as 2012, 2013. BlackBerry Messenger group could only take 30 people. So then I was even charging 1,000 naira. Like to train, I would charge 1,000 naira and teach people for 30 days. So you see, many of the individuals you're seeing today who are phenomenal, who are doing phenomenally well, and who are experiencing levels of success in what they are doing, if they tell you their story, especially for those who have put their heart to grind, those who are not just following the gimmicks, those whose heart are in the business, all right, heart-led individuals who are doing things from the depth of their heart, they will tell you the kinds of sacrifices that I've made. So back then, I was charging 1,000 naira, and I had people pay 1,000 naira to teach them for 21 days, and 30 people will fill the group. And then I bought another BBM, another BlackBerry phone back then. I used to use COF 2 back then. And then I'll have 6 people packed in, 60,000 naira, so 30K, and I'll teach for like 21 days. So those days, all right, even though I wasn't making a lot of money at the time, but they were learning experiences for me. They were adding to my depth of expertise, that when I wake up and somebody wants me to teach, I can teach. And many times that I teach, I don't teach old stuff, all right? So I appear to be new and new again. So it's a level of expertise that you can get, a level of depth you can get if you constantly do something over and over again. All right. So that's what it is. So I have gone on to, increase my sales. I've gotten 500 sales, and then I got 1,000 individuals buying what I was offering. A good time came when I wanted to do a challenge. All right. So usually, people do challenges. They tell people to come in for free, and they do a 5-day challenge, and then they pitch something at the end of it. So, but I said to myself, no, I don't want to do that. I want to be able to charge people, even if it's a token. All right. They pay a token to come in. And I put out a token of 1,500 naira. And I had 3,200 individuals who paid for that. That was about 4 point something million, 4.5 million, or 4.5 million plus in both. And it was a great time for me. Like after the 1,000 mark, I went on to 3,000. And over time, I have done 5,000, 6,000. If you go to my seller, you find how many people who have bought some of my courses and some of my products over there. And so tonight we're not looking at maybe trainings or physical power or whatever. So if what it is you're selling, I'm going to share with you how you can use social media and to make your first 1,000 sales on social media. All right. So this is not in any way to brag. This is not in any way to make someone feel less. All right. Understand that all of us, we're on a journey. So if you have done 20 sales, please applaud yourself. The mere fact that someone brought out money to buy from you online, somebody has never met before, is something that you can say to yourself, I have really done a good work. All right. So applaud yourself. You've done 20, you've done 50 sales, 100 sales, 150 sales, whichever level. Every one of us, we're on levels. We are growing. I'm also aspiring to get to 10,000 sales. I'm aspiring to get to 100,000 and 1 million sales, as the case may be. So we are all on levels, increasing levels. As long as you are putting in the grind, you will get to the point. All right. So I'm going to share with you my very, I will share with you my 5-step approach first, and then I'll go into a few of the strategies that I have to share with you. Personal strategies, things that I have utilized to be able to make that happen. All right. So the 5-step approach, number one is your mindset. All right. Your mindset, you have to be able to set your mindset to the point that you say to yourself that this is actually doable. Now, this year, I have been in a dilemma this year of sorts, and so I want to come back to coaching. And do group coaching, all right. And so I wanted to charge 50,000 naira and target 1,000 people. That's 50 million naira, right? And so I consulted with a few of my friends. They were like, "No, Emeka, no, don't put that at 50,000. You're a big guy. You should," and all that. I said, "Okay, let me take it up to 100K." And so I decided to consult a mind mastery coach. And the lady was like, "What is making you to charge 50,000?" I was like, "Okay, so that people can find it easy to pay." She said, "Don't you think people can also pay at 100,000?" I'm like, "Okay." I said to me, "Why don't you set it at 250,000 naira?" I was like, in my head. But this is the same woman that when I was charging 100,000 naira as a public speaker, she said to me, "No, take it up to 200." Then I took it up to 200. I started earning 200,000. I said, no, Emeka, it's time for you to take it up to 500. And I took it up to 500. And be like, will people pay me 500,000 to speak? And then it happened. And now she said to me, Emeka, it's time. And she didn't tell me to take it up to 1.5. And I just jumped from 500,000 to 1.5. And I was like, would someone pay me? Geez, who am I to come? Everything was happening in the mind. But then I got the payment. I was like, wow. And so this year I have taken it up again, 2 million. Yeah, 2 million for 1 hour of speaking, 45 minutes of speaking, and 15 minutes of engagement. The thing is that the fight is to be won in the mind. So tell yourself that this is feasible. You can achieve the 1,000 mark. It's actually feasible. So now, having made the conversations with her, I said, okay, 250. Let me just put it at 150. I mean, she may not be happy with my decision, but I just want to put it at that amount. And so 150,000 naira, and going to market right now to get 1,000 people to pay me 150,000. That's a 150 million naira target from just one product, which is a coaching course that will last for 6 weeks. So is the mind. I have already set my mind and saying this is workable, Emeka, this is workable. I'm having conversations with individuals who are doing amazing. I'm seeing people who are doing amazing. For example, Funke Akindele, who has done 1 billion naira plus in revenue. I'm looking at individuals who are doing the numbers because I'm putting my mindset in the frame that this is feasible. I'm putting away individuals who will speak into my consciousness to say, do you think that people are going to do this, or try to whittle down my energies? And that is one skill that you've got to have, being able to put away individuals who are fond of whittling, your creative abilities. This evening, Jamie Pejoel made a post and he said that he reached out to a speaker and the speaker asked him to pay $250,000 to come to speak. He's not a Nigerian, to come to speak. And then he will also cater for 2 members of his staff who are going to fly with him and come into Nigeria to speak in Port Harcourt here. And those are the social media people. That means at the end of the day, that's just for speaking alone, right? You have not even factored in the flight. You have not even factored the protocol. You have not factored the hotel bills. And people went in the comment section and they were like, 250,000, waiting the guy won't talk. What are they even speaking? They were not thinking in the sense that this man has built himself to the point that he can open up his mouth and say, I am worth 250,000 naira to speak for 1 hour. They were not thinking a mindset. So I went in the comment section. I was like, great. And I said, noted. And that I took it as a lesson for myself to say, you can work on yourself, that you can command something. Let me tell you something also about the mindset. Here in the city of Port Harcourt, I decided to start doing something where people come and stay with me from 10 o'clock in the morning till 5 p.m. in the evening. They just one individual, one-on-one. And then the individual will have his own preferred drink, fruits, food, and I will teach the individual, have session with the individual, strategy and all that. And then I said, okay, I was going to charge 500,000 naira for it. The moment I had a conversation with someone and I told the individual, you have an option, come to stay with me in Port Harcourt for this number of hours, right? And this is how much. The guy was like, okay, sir, you are really good at what you do. I would love to pay the 500,000 naira, but I have 300,000 naira from you. I was like, okay, that's the validation of the point. This evening, I also had a conversation with another guy, and he's billing 1.2 million to come stay with me, three sessions here in Port Harcourt, and then he will go. So it's about the mindset. So you have got to be able to switch your thoughts to say that this is doable. That is number one, your mindset. Number two, all right, your product. So your product has to have the following capacities or the following qualities. Your product must be what people want. For you to be able to make $1,000, or 1,000 sales, your product must be what some people want. And I want you to understand what people want. I want you to understand that the speed with which we can make certain sales may be different from the speed with which you can make certain sales on another product given the same circumstances. For example, I give you a peculiarity. In Nigeria here, you understand that anything that has to do with making money will sell a whole lot compared to when you're selling a product that has to do with confidence. You realize that people buy a lot when it has to do with food. Like this December, people were buying, whether there's poverty in the land or supply in the land, people will always eat food. That's the truth. So you find out that certain products will be hot products, hotter than the other ones. All right. But that doesn't mean that the products will not sell. People can buy anything they have. People can buy courses that have to do with confidence. All right. People can buy courses, but when it has to do with this thing that is going to make money, you need to realize that Nigeria People are living on a survivalist mode. All right. Every one of us, we're like local government and ourselves. And so anything that has to do with making money, we would like to want to buy and want to make more money for yourself. So you need to realize that your product must be what people want. Let me read out the characteristics. All right. Your product must be valuable. So your product must be what people want. Your product must be what is valuable. Your product must communicate desire. Your product must communicate specificity. All right. And your product has to embody certain emotions. All right. So your product must be what people want. Your product must be valuable. Your product must communicate desire. Your product must be specific. Your product must embody emotions. All right. And so you've got to be specific with the product. Don't make it verbose. Most times, sorry, I'm using the knowledge industry to be able to share. All right. So I see certain products that people are selling. They are not so influential, and I see the name of their products. All right. And they say, for example, someone like me may not use sales hack conference. That's the truth, because hack for me there is like a fuzzy word for me, right? But I mean, my guy is using it, Chinedu is using it, but the Mecca novice will not use it. That's the truth, because I want to be able to use words that people immediately will understand it. You know, it's specific, it conveys emotions, all right? It communicates that's specificity, all right? It's critically important. So your product is the number 2 thing in the 5-step approach. It must be what people want. It must communicate value. It must communicate specificity. It must embody some form of emotions. That is why you see me when I'm selling a training or a course. There has to be one way or the other to bring in money in it. All right. Because money has a way of, making people feel emotional. So I want to talk about how to market a book or writing a book. I cannot just say, come and write a book alone. After writing book, what else? So write and make money. That's what I would say. Write a book and make lots of money. You get what I mean? Like the subtitle of my book, Your Book Will Sell, is how to publish your book and make lots of money from it. That's what it is. So anyhow that I'm doing, I always find the way to bring, for example, if I'm going to write a book on public speaking, speak and make money. It has to embody some form of emotions. Okay. So those are the characteristics that I really want you to take note of. Number 3, when it has to do with my 5-step approach to making money, to make 1,000 sales online, all right, selling your product, is you have to, your offer. So number 3 is your offer, and your offer has 2 things. Your offer has, can be split into bonuses and benefits. Bonuses and benefits, all right? Your offer will be split into bonuses and benefits. The thing is that people may not necessarily buy at that point that you're selling, except you put in something that entices them. For example, I made an offer yesterday. I call it a big offer, where I said I was going to go live stream with people. I was going to put them on my coaching program that is coming up in July. I was going to have a 90-minute session with them. I was going to put them on my Telegram status, for 48 hours and all that. And I put it at 150,000 naira. Guys, as at now, 6 people have paid for that offer. I just opened it up to 10 people, just 10. All right, and 6 people have paid, because I am raising money to be able to use it to do some video sessions that I'm going to be launching. So 6 people have paid for the offer. So 6 times 150. Just do the math, and I have 4 left. So I have to also put out the offer tomorrow, because that's one of the things, strategy, putting out offers consistently. I'm not afraid of putting out offers. If it doesn't work today, I put it out again tomorrow. If it doesn't work tomorrow, I put it again next tomorrow. That's one of the things you need to realize. So your bonuses and your benefits, all right? Bonuses, what extra can you give? Benefits, what are the benefits of what it is that you are offering people, all right? Benefits. So that product that you're selling, you have to be able to understand the benefit. And usually when people come to me, I tell them, can you itemize 30 benefits? For example, I don't do that anymore. But when I used to travel, I don't know if you have traveled in a mall way before, or those long buses that are going to Onisha. And I know a lot of you here, you're now financially emancipated. But then back in the days when we used to travel in those kind of buses, you find out that those guys who sell drugs inside those buses, you find out that one drug alone has 30 ailments that it can cure. 30 ailments. That means the benefit of one drug: headache, back pain, neck pain. It can even cure libido problems, all those kind of things. And so you are there where you are listening. They will talk about headache. I don't have headache. They'll not talk about neck pain. Okay, I don't have neck pain. They'll not talk shoulder pain. I don't have shoulder pain. They'll not talk about your sex life. And like, okay, I think I need this one. So they have a way of itemizing the benefits of the product. So usually when I'm about to sell a product, I try to distill the benefits of the product into like 30 benefits that I can every day talk about one benefit. All right. Like every day I'm talking about one benefit. And there's something to always communicate every day. It's important that you understand that. All right. So your offer, bonuses and your benefits, bonuses and the benefits. That's number 3. Number 4 is lead generation. That's the 5-step approach. How will you get a lot of individuals to learn about what it is that you're offering as a product and want to buy? And this is where we have a rule, times 100. All right. So times 100. So what it means is that if I want 1,000 people to buy my product, I must make sure that 1,000 times 100 people, 100 must have heard about my what I'm promoting. So it means 100,000 people at least must have heard about what the Mechanobis is promoting, such that 1,000 people will not bring up money to buy. So this is where I see a lot of individuals, all right? Like me, every day I make up to 20 posts a day. Go and count it on my timeline. I mean, if the spirit is moving me so much, I can do 25. But from morning till evening, all right? Check out someone like Choma Ifanyeze. Choma wakes up at 5 o'clock. I don't do like her. I don't wake up at 5 o'clock. But Choma wakes up at 5 o'clock most days and starts posting by 5 a.m. in the morning. 5 a.m., 6 a.m. You look like hourly posts. 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 8 a.m. like that. Some people will see they are jobless. They don't have any other job. It's always on Facebook that they are. Okay, they can think whatever it is they want to think. But check me every day, because I'm putting out stuff that a lot of individuals have to see. So if I'm putting it out on Facebook, someone did not see it today. Tomorrow, the person has to see it. So if I made a post yesterday, I have to do it again tomorrow with another thing, so that because the algorithm sometimes works against us. I'm very largely on Facebook. I'm not really a Twitter guy or an Instagram guy. I'm about to get on YouTube and LinkedIn to be active on these platforms. But for now, I'm very active on Facebook. So I consistently put out my stuff. So you see individuals, they'll come to me, oh, he's not selling. Mecca is not selling. Don, he's not selling. I'm like, okay, how many pieces of content have you even done today? How many people have even had conversations in your inbox to tell them about your product? Okay, just one person that you have had conversation with, one post you've just done and you have given up. No, it's not supposed to be done. It's not supposed to be done. So your promotions, what you're doing, must get to times 100. That is why every day I'm shouting. You're putting on your reel, you're putting it on your post, everywhere. It's important that you understand that and be shameless about it. No send anybody. The people are not giving you money. I mean, if you come up to me now and say, okay, I don't want to work again, and I'm doing too much on Facebook, please, people should be donating money for me. Who will send you? Nobody will send you. All right. So when I see individuals who say, my friends are saying that I'm doing too much, okay, tell them to just send you 1 billion naira. If they send you that amount of money, then you will not do anything again. You will never post lie. Do you get? But they will not. So be shameless about it. All right. Lead generation is important. Very, very, very important. I must tell you one of the things that I did with Paul Chinedu here. So last December, I did December promotion, Christmas promotion. I have decided to be selling on Christmas Day my knowledge products. So those who are sleeping in hotels, those who are buying wig, those who are buying shoes, those who are flying to destinations, they are spending money on something. So they have to spend money on my knowledge product, isn't it? On December 25th. So me and Paul helped me to run a Facebook ad. Facebook ads, ran Facebook ads, and then we got people to come into a WhatsApp waiting list where I was priming them. I'm going to talk about that later. And I kept on priming them for 25th of December. On Christmas Day, early morning at 6 o'clock in the morning, I'd opened the cart. Boom, people started buying on that day. All right. So we generated a lot of leads, and out of the leads, and within 7 days, I was able to do 3 million. Within 7 days, all right, the Christmas period between 25th to like 31st, all right, and that was amazing and helped me to offset a lot of debts and a lot of expenditure. All right, so you need to realize that lead generation is something that you don't joke with. You don't. I mean, I heard Joshua talk about his subscriber base getting up to 200,000 before the end of the year. Me, I'm not growing. I'm not really growing my YouTube channel as until I get my media team set. But I'm growing my Telegram channel as it is right now. Right now, there's a young guy that is working for me right now in a WhatsApp group, and he's doing an amazing work. His name is Victory Maxon, and he's working for me now to grow my Telegram channel. He started work 2 days ago, and my channel has gone from 7,100 to about 7,300 in like 2 days. So my intention is to grow my own Telegram channel so that I can have as many leads. I mean, imagine if I have a 1 million people on your Telegram channel. You can never be broke. You can never be poor. Just like Ola of Lagos. Oh, more, you cannot be broke. You cannot be poor. That's the truth. You cannot be poor in this life. So if you have a small offer, you make it to them. Out of 1 million, 1,000 or 10,000 can even take your offer. Multiply it by 1,000 naira. That's 10 million naira, bro. You get what I mean? So lead is critically important. Number 5 is conversions. That's number 5 in the 5-step approach. Conversion. So all the things that you were doing, the promotions, and how do you get them to actually pay money? All right. You're going to use testimonials, pictorial presentations, results. I'm going to share all that, as we move on. So number 1, your mindset. Number 2, your product. Number 3, your offer. Number 4, your lead generation. Number 5, your conversion strategies. All right. Where you talk about testimonials of individuals who have bought your product, pictorial representation. What I mean by pictorial representation, that's something I do. All right. So for example, I give you an example. When people started buying my course, how to grow a social media audience, I told them to take snapshots of themselves, watching my course. So I told them, give your friend the phone. So open up your laptop, open up your phone, let your phone snap you, let your friend snap you where you are interacting with my course, and then send me the picture. So I used those pictures to market. So I promoted where I saw women who had their children, strapped at their back, and they were watching me. Lecturers who brought their students together, put up the laptop open, and they were listening to a Mechanobis, and I put out all that, and people were like, wow. Bankers who were watching, youngsters who were in their rooms on their bed, different pictorial representations. And then I'll put people like, oh wow, so a bank can actually watch this course. Let me go and buy. A woman will see someone of her class. Oh, this woman can and then go and buy. It's very important. All right. Somebody is saying no grief for anybody. Not true now. All right. No grief for anybody. Somebody's asking for my Telegram channel. Oh, while when we are done, just send me a message. Send me a message on Facebook, and I'll give the link. I'm always responding to my messages. So send me a message on Facebook Messenger, and I will reply you. All right. So that's it. So let me now go to other things as I begin to wrap up. Number 1 is, so I've talked about the 5-step approach. Let me now share the things that I do, right, that can help you to make 1,000 sales. Number 1 is start on time to market. All right. If you want to hit the 1,000 mark, start on time. Don't wake up. You say you want to sell this product in 2 days or in 3 days. All right. And then you wake up 3 days ago and say, okay, let me make 1,000. Except you are the president, except you are Davido. It's possible. All right. And I know that we don't have Davidos here, those who have all that million people following them, except you are Ronaldo, because I know that Ronaldo, if he tweets something now, maybe his perfume, and it makes a tweet or a Telegram, or an Instagram post, he can make 1,000 sales, even more than that in just 24 hours or less. We're not like that. All right. I'm not yet there. I believe that those who are here are also not there. So it means start on time. So now the 1,000 people that I want to pay me 150,000 naira, my program is in July, but I've already started marketing now. The program is in July. So I have January, February, March, April, May, June for people to pay. I'm also giving them opportunity for them to have payment by installment. So between now and July, 150,000 naira, you can split it and say, okay, let me pay this one January, let me pay this one February, March, April. By May, June, you have completed your payment. So I'm marketing now consistently. By Tuesday, I'm going to the studio to do videos that I'm going to use to run ads. Paul Chinedi is going to run ads for me. All right. I'm growing my Telegram channel. I'm marketing there. I'm also marketing the videos, promoting the videos that will lead people to the landing page where they will have an exhaustive comprehension of what the knowledge money mastery coaching course is all about. All right, so start on time. So I usually tell individuals start on time, 30 to 90 days at least. 30 to 90 days at least. For the December thing that I did, I didn't even start on time. I just did it for like 2 weeks. Just 2 weeks. And was so imagine if I had started on time marketing. Imagine if I started on time doing Facebook ads. We would have filled like 3 Facebook or WhatsApp groups. We would have filled all the 3 WhatsApp groups, and much more money would have been made. But I did just 2 weeks, and was able to do the amount. So imagine if I had done like a month before or 2 months before. And this year, I'm going to milk the Black Friday. The Black Friday, I'm going to start running ads like 2 months before that Friday, 2 months ahead of the Friday, putting people on the wait list so that day, boom, I open up the cart and people can buy. So it's important to start out on time. That's the thing. Start on time to market. The other strategy that I'll share with you is the wait list strategy. All right, wait list. When you open up a wait list, all right, and get people to be part of the wait list, and then when they're in the wait list, you are priming them with bits and pieces of information. All right. So when I put people into the wait list, I always prime them. I give them, all right, I give them bits and pieces. I tell them what they're going to gain. I tell them the benefits of my course. I tell them, I put stuff that are funny, a lot of things. I just keep priming them. So they are waiting for the cart to open so that they can start buying. That's the waitlist strategy. And that increases anticipation. They are there, they're anticipating. They are like, wow, what are we going to get? And all that. And we keep creating anticipation until the final day when the cart opens. All right. That's the thing. The other strategies I want to share with you. So that's number one. Okay, it's number one is start on time. Number two is with the waitlist strategy. I have a lot of strategies, but because of time, this is what I'm going to be sharing with you for this. All right. So number three is virtual collaborations that can work. So this is how it worked. Back in the days, there was a woman I met on Facebook, and that was what I learned from her. So what was she doing? She was reaching out to individuals who had Facebook groups. And she reached out to someone who had back then Facebook groups were the rave. People were, it was a new thing. A lot of individuals are in Facebook group, writing posts, posturing themselves and all that. I don't know if Facebook groups are the rave now. So what the woman did was she was meeting people who were admins of Facebook groups and giving them a percentage, so the percentage link. So if I go live, so what she was doing was she was going live in those Facebook groups and teaching about her book. It was a book specifically for women. So she was meeting women who had Facebook groups, right? Virtual collaboration. And then she would give them a link and she would go live in the group. And as she's teaching, the woman who owns the group will put out the link. So anybody who clicks the link and makes a purchase of the book, the woman will have her cut. So she's the one with the platform. She has collaborated with this woman who has a book, and anybody who buys, right, she has a cut. I remember a friend of mine that I met in Lagos, and she said to me that a guy wrote the book and he made 3 million naira from the book in 1 week. I'm like, was he able to do it? And she said to me that the book was on sex and erotica and all that. And so he met the owner of Fin. What was it again? I think Females in Nigeria or something. I can't remember. That's the name, And then there was this other one. He also utilized this particular group where they're always dragging people. If you remind me the name. I'm trying to remember the name. I don't know. I can't remember. It's a popular Facebook group where they say there's always buzz in that Facebook group. So the thing had to do. The book had to do with erotica, erotic book, and so he met the owner of the group, right? Rant headquarters, yes, right. Rant headquarters. That's good. So he met the owner of the Rant headquarters. I think they did a collaboration together, not Instablog. I think they did the collaboration together. The guy went live in the group and they bought his books. And they cashed out, So virtual collaborations instead of Facebook group, there are individuals that you see now. They have good numbers. Somebody like me, and you do virtual collaboration. If the person believes in your product, he brings you on the timeline, and anybody who buys from you, So it's not just about Facebook groups, WhatsApp groups, Telegram groups. People who have big numbers, Telegram groups, WhatsApp groups. You have collaborations. You go in there. you teach about your product, and then anybody who makes a sale, the owner of the group, gets its own cut, and you get your own cut. So virtual collaboration, that's one way to also make money, and make lots of sales, up to 1,000 sales. The next strategy is daily content. All right, I create daily content every damn day. Every day I'm making offers. There's no day you wake up on my timeline. If I make you laugh on my timeline, the next post you're going to see is an offer. You wake up, maybe I've written about, like this morning, I woke up this morning and I did 2 posts that had to do with spirituality. All right. People were like, Pastor Nobis, Pastor Nobis. I was just smiling. The next thing I did was an offer. All right. The next thing I did, it was an offer. And then towards the daytime, I've already done something else, done some funny stuff too. And I've made, like today, I've made like 3 offers today alone. You can go on my timeline and check about 3 offers that I've made on my timeline. All right. So daily content. All right. Put on your stories, talk about, make stories about your product, talk about the benefits, talk about the utilization of the product, talk about results, put it on your reels, put it on your stories, put it on your status, everywhere. All right. Daily content and exploring different angles. So today you are taking this angle, tomorrow you're taking another angle of the product. And that's why I said benefits. Take another angle, take another angle, take another angle. Okay, let me give you a peculiar example of what I mean by angle. So some woman came to me and she was explaining to me the benefits of her juice, all right, that she was making at the time. So it wasn't juice, her what's it called? When you mash fruits together, smoothie, yes. So she was telling me benefits of a smoothie. Smoothie has a way of, anion in the body and all that kind of stuff. Like, woman, I beg, forget this anion that you're telling me. Anion, make this one. Anion is, no, it's not. It's not what I'm interested in. Okay, sit down. Let me tell you. Don't tell me anion in the body. If I take this smoothie now, is going to remove all the toxins and all those things that they were saying. I'm like, leave that thing. Tell me. This particular smoothie now that you have, all right, there are conditions. Can this smoothie make me to perform in bed? She was like, she has smoothie like that. And once you take that smoothie like this, bam, you go just, kakaraka, when you reach out, you just finish work. I'm like, okay, cool. So you have that kind of smoothie? Say yes. I said, okay, do you have another smoothie for those who are not able to sleep well? So like, yes, I have a smoothie. When you take that smoothie, you sleep well. Do you know that individuals who don't know how to do that sleep from night to night? So you're like, yeah, she has that kind of smoothie. I'm like, okay, do you have another smoothie where a woman has put to bed and she's not able to breastfeed because milk is not coming out from the breast? So like, yes, I have that kind of smoothie where, when she takes it, then she will start lactating. Okay, cool. So you have all these smoothies and you're telling me about a toxin and anion and all. No, that's not what you're telling me. Tell me, hey, I have smoothie. When you take this smoothie, man, bagaba, you just day, you finish work in the bedroom. That's what I want to hear. If you keep telling me anions and toxins in my body, come and take smoothie, they make no sense to me. They actually, so by me even taking that smoothie, that will make me to fire down in the bed. You have also, attacked the toxins in my body, isn't it? All the anions and whatever, I don't know what they call them in my body. So I have done work, and at the same time, the smoothie has entered my body to do the usual work it's supposed to do that you have been preaching for, isn't it? And she was like, wow. I said, yes. So attack from different angles. So tomorrow you talk about those who are having headaches, how they can take smoothie. Tomorrow you talk about those who want to fire down in bed. You talk about tomorrow those who want to, to sleep. Tomorrow you talk about women. I also even asked her jokingly, do you have the one that can increase women's bum bum? Do you have that one? Because girls want to increase bum bum. If you have that one, talk about it so that they can increase their bum bum. They come and be taking smoothie. Whether I don't know if it will increase or not, but they will like to take the smoothie because many of them. I even asked her, do you know there are some girls that their breasts are small? They want to increase their breasts so that the breast will be bigger. And she's like, yeah. So there's smoothie that can even increase breast. And you're here telling me anion and that's nothing to me. All right. So tomorrow, so every day explore angles. Explore different angles. You are always exploring one angle of your product. That's why a lot of individuals are not paying attention. You are killing us with fatigue. Every day the same thing. Every day the same thing. We are tired of it. All right. Explore different angles. Explore different. Yeah, people are telling me that I'm doing simple English. That's the thing. I'm very, very simple in marketing. I don't want to use English that will come and be giving people a headache before they will decode what I'm selling. They have checked dictionary 20 times. No. I want you read it. once you see what I'm communicating, is simple enough that you can buy. And that is one problem a lot of people come to do with marketing. I look at what they are talking on their timeline. Big grammar, big grammar all over the place, giving me headache, giving people headache. Be simple, be simple. It won't kill you. Make it so simple that a 6-year-old can even understand what you're talking about. It's important. Like, and I see a lot of people who are in tech who do these things. Like, I remember one guy trying to market his website services to one man like that. And he went to the man. I was like, ranking, indexing. I'm like, you are speaking to a 45-year-old man. Back then, I think I was 20 years or 30 years. I can't remember how old I was. You're speaking to a 45-year-old man, and you're telling him indexing. This man does not even understand the internet. You're telling him indexing and Google ranking. Guy, no. Tell him simple that if I build my website for you, when I build my website for you, right? Please give me a minute. When I'm teaching. Hello? So I'm teaching. I'll call you back. So tell the guy that when you build the website for him, that people who are living in that city will see his school as number one anytime that they click on Google. The man will say, aha, so my school will be number one. Who doesn't want to be number one? So my school will be number one. He said, yes, my school. Oh, yes. So I will build website for you so that when people are searching online, they come on Google, and they just talk anything about school. Boom, your school will be number one. That is when the man will listen to you, not indexing and Google ranking and all that. When the guy changed his approach, he saw the difference. So a lot of tech guys, they're always speaking this big grammar. They want to speak big grammar and make you feel like they are. No, that is why many of them are not able to do good marketing. Simple, make it simple. Do you get what I mean? So the next thing I want to share with you, next strategy I want to share with you is pictorize. All right, pictorize. Let me tell you, put it in pictures. That is the essence of flyers. And let me tell you, when you are marketing, like you want to make 1,000 sales and you're using only one flyer, sorry for you. People know me that when I'm making an offer now, a product, geez, I do up to 60 different flyers. 60 different flyers. 60. Do you understand what I'm saying? 60 different flyers is important. So today you are using this flyer, different color. Tomorrow I'm using another color. Next tomorrow I'm using another color. That's what it does to the mind. All right? What it does to the mind. So they see blue tomorrow. The next day they're like, okay, this blue. Let me see what this guy is talking about next tomorrow. But if you're using the same thing, you post it maybe on social media, the person will read it and like, tomorrow he sees the same thing. Okay, he'll just assume. He's the same thing he's talking about. He just assumes. Do you get? That's what it is. He just assumes that's what it is. And then he just assumes and then he moves on. So you have to make people not to experience flyer fatigue. It's important. Flyer fatigue. Don't make them experience flyer fatigue. So me, I do plenty flyers. If you cannot employ a graphic design, because I have graphic designers who work for me, then go and learn how to use Canva. Choma Ifanyeze, as big as she is, she uses Canva. She designs with her Canva. Every day she's designing. Now she's even doing with AI. These AI images. I don't do any of those ones. I have people who design for me, right? But she does it. AI, and she's coming up with different designs consistently about her product. So every day one flyer, every day one flyer, every day one. You are giving us headache, fatigue. That's why we just pass. You just assume, okay, I think I know what he's talking about. You just pass on. So pictorize. That's useful. The next thing I want to share with you is visuals. All right, visuals using videos. It's important for you to use videos. I mean, I don't know why people are afraid of putting their face in video. Is it because you think that you're ugly or what? I don't know. If you feel that you're ugly, go and listen to the song of Nas Boy. Do you get what I mean? Listen to his song. Even though you fine, even if fine like you ugly like baboon, your mama still like you. Put out your face and do videos. Let people see you. Talk with confidence. When they see you talk with confidence, they're like, this guy knows what he's talking about. Let me buy the product. So if you feel like your face is not fine, go and listen to that product. Listen to that song this night. Let it sink into your consciousness and inspire you to come up and do videos. Put your face. I mean, Poor Chinedu was scared, to do videos. I had to make him come on live stream. Chinedu had to come on live stream with me to do live stream, and now I'm seeing his videos. He's doing video arts and all that. I mean, he's not confident, and your face. There's something that people. There's a way they'll connect to you when they can see your face. Like you see my face now. You see my expressions and everything. It's important. All right. All right. It's important for you to do that. All right. So visualize. So do videos, do live streams, do webinars, videos, live streams, and webinars. All right. Videos, live streams, and webinars. For example, this woman, Trisha Beast does a lot of webinars when she's marketing her product. A lot of webinars. I'm not even so good at doing webinars, but she's good. I think I'm going to learn how to do webinars myself, but I do live streams. Like from Monday till now, I've been doing live streams every day at 7 p.m. I'm good at live streams, facing the camera. I have a camera in front of me right now, and I'm facing the camera and I'm saying what I'm saying, putting my face in the camera and talking. All right. So you've got to learn to put your face and say stuff, market yourself. See, the thing is that the first time I decided to do like, I was stuttering. I mean, I was scared. I was like, so what I did was I went to hire a woman who had done live, and that is the importance of people going to follow someone who is doing something well. So you have to find a way to get into the person's space. If he tells you to pay, pay. This woman had done live streams every day for 6 months, and she shared it. And I was like, wow, this is someone who can give me the deliverance that I need. So I paid. How much? 4K. It was on the second day of the training that she said to us, this thing in your hand is a lifeless piece of stuff. It's lifeless. It's metallic. It's lifeless. Put the damn phone in your face and record the video. I was like, lifeless. He just delivered me. And I just took the phone and I recorded myself. I was like, wow. From recording myself, boom, I came on live stream. I said, anyhow, I'm not grief for anybody today. And I was just doing my thing. I was stammering, I was stuttering, I no send. I was just doing it. But today, now I'm better off. I'm hosting individuals, hosting people who are doing live streams and doing my own live streams, and I am better at it. All right. So do your live streams. Put your face on videos. Let people see you. All right. Doesn't matter if your English is not polished right now, but by virtue of repetition and doing things over and over again, training your voice over time, right? Your voice becomes, sexy. If you want your voice to be sexy, better at pronunciations and all that. I mean, if you hear me on radio, you wonder if it's me. Anytime I'm going on radio, I don't speak like this because I know that thousands of people are listening. So you see me, I'll just polish my phone because I need people to, there's a different spirit whenever I go on radio, right? So, but it's with practice. It's practice. Keep practicing it. You keep doing it, feeling at it, getting better. You can put yourself in the next strategy is influencers, all right? Using influencers. All right, so you already know who influencers are, all right? Guys who have great numbers, have great political power, so you can use them, all right? You can use influencers and you can, pay them. Some of them will ask you to pay. Some of them can ask you to give them a commission and then pay them and then let them, talk about your product. I use influencers a lot, micro, macro influencers per level. There are some who will charge you 5K. Now, those who will charge you 10K, some 20K, some 100K, some 200K. So at your level per time, all right, your level per time, 5K, 10K, pay. Market. You have to have a budget for marketing. It's important. There must be a budget for marketing, putting down money, all right, to be able to, all right, to put yourself. There's something I'm doing right now. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I'm incentivizing my own audience. I incentivize my own audience. I did not call it giveaway because if I call it giveaway, I'm going to attract hungry individuals who come to my timeline and are hungry looking for giveaway. I called it loyalty reward. So if you go to my timeline from time to time, you find me saying that if you creatively share does not mean just go and tap share and you say you have shared. No, creatively share, meaning that as you are sharing my post, right, you are putting your own perspective. You are putting a call to action, telling individuals to take action, and you will finish work if you eventually mention me on the post. So I said to individuals, if you creatively share my post, right, I pin a post at the top, and I tell them, if you creatively share my post, I'll give you 5K. So I come back, people have shared my post, I've shared my post, I've shared my post. I will now start to look at all the individuals who've shared my post to find that particular individual who put his heart and to creatively share the post. And I give the individual 5K. So sometimes when I make my pin post, you find 70 shares, 150 shares. What is happening is that the more they are sharing about me, the more my name is spreading, the more my work is spreading. That is the one way that I'm growing my brand. That is one way that I'm making sales. Do you understand? Somebody will say, okay, what if wrong people? I say, no. My posts are highly intellectual in nature, right? So if you share my post, an idiot will not like my post and start coming to follow me. Do you get what I mean? It is only individuals who like intellectual stuff will find me and come from the shared posts. So if it was a mumu post that I was sharing, those who like mumu, but majority of my posts are highly, intellectual stuff. So those who love intellectual stuff will find their way into my direction. And then I also tell them that if you share all my posts in the month, I will give you 50K at the end of the month. And I did it in November. I did it in December. So I take away some part of my earnings to incentivize my own community. Does it make sense? And I call it the loyalty reward. It's part of how. So when I want to make an offer, I pin the offer on my timeline. Trust me, the higher the reward, the more the shares. So if I want people to make a lot of shares on my post, I increase the reward. I tell them, I will give you 10K. I put in a 10K reward, or I even put a 20K reward. Boom, that's the day you see 200 shares. That's the day you see 500 shares because the reward money is higher. So it helps. So I look at it like as if I'm spending money on Facebook ad, because you can spend 10K on Facebook ad. You can spend 20K on Facebook ad per day. So if I spend that 10K per day, I look at it like I spent money on Facebook ad. That's how I look at it. So, but I am incentivizing. The money is within my community. That's what it is. It's not from outside. It's within the community. Those who are following Emeka Nobi is already getting value. They're the ones who are receiving the monetary reward for sharing my post and being part of the audience. That's the thing. So the next point I want to share is utilizing your friends and your supporters. All right, utilizing your friends and your supporters, even contacts. I mean, I call my guys and I'm like, guy, oh boy, are they do this offer? I bet you'll put down for your timeline. I mean, if you watch this guy, AY does it. So he's promoting a show. You see him, you call Don Jazzy, you call this one, oh boy, are they do show now? Just showcase. They're your friends. They don't need to charge you. So I call, oh boy, guy, oh boy, are they do one offer now? Just try show, put me for your timeline. You get what I mean? My guy, you'll put down, make your community people see what you do. And the thing is that don't be parasitic. All right, don't be parasitic. Do you understand what I'm saying? Don't be parasitic. So the more, if people are doing for you, do for others too. If people are doing for you, do for them. So not when your friend will call you now and say, guy, oh boy, see show, you can say, you got to pay me. No, it doesn't work like that. So you have to be symbiotic in your relationship. Don't be parasitic. You do for people, people do for you. That's how it works. All right. So use your friends. All those people who say, I don't trust people. It's me and my God. It's okay. I don't think you want to market. I don't think you want to let God market for you. God is in heaven. He won't market for you. Lie. If you like, he will not market for you. It's human beings that will still market for you. So don't be saying, I don't trust anybody. It's me and my God. It's me and my God that I know. You're joking. You're wasting your time. So be symbiotic, support other individuals. People will support you. From time to time, what do? I take a look at my timeline and I pick one individual who's doing something on my timeline. Boom. And I write about the individual. The individual will blow. I'm like, make some sales. I'm like, geez, Emeka Nobis. He will just start spreading, become my ambassador. And this Emeka Nobis said, the guy is good, this guy is bad. That is how we do it. That's how we work. That's symbiotic. And it keeps recycling, expanding the waters of prosperity. The next point is, so one of the things before I go to the next point, one of the things I did in December was individuals who were on my WhatsApp. So I went to the WhatsApp status of individuals and I was checking WhatsApp status of individuals. Those who were doing too much comedy, I passed them. Those who are sharing things that were of value, I'll reach out to them. I'll chat them up and say, would you mind to put now something for me on your WhatsApp status? Let me know what it takes. Some of them, don't worry, just send it. I'll send. They will just put it on the status. That was how people were joining my WhatsApp waiting list for December. So I was going through the status like that. I had to spend some days. You see me, I don't do anything. I'll just be on my phone, just checking the WhatsApp status, checking those who are posting something meaningful. All those who are posting too much tatafo or posting show nyash and show breast, I'll just pass. I'll go to the ones who are showing something valuable. Like this guy has an audience that is thinking like me. I'll reach out to the individual. Can you share? They'll say send it, and I'll send, and they'll share. And that's how I was making sales. All right. Some of them told me to pay, and I paid some of them 2K, 3K, 5K like that. And I was paying, and they were sharing, and it was marvelous for me. All right. The next point is Facebook ads. All right. I cannot, other speakers have said about Facebook ads. I mean, I never used, if I had understood the power of Facebook ads, many years ago. Trust me, I for no day where I did today. But I was always organic. I beg God, this Facebook thing, but it was when I understood, it was Choma Ifeanyi that made me understand the power. It was like, Mecca, you're wasting your energy too much. I'm like, okay. So I learned Facebook ads from her. And the very Facebook ad that I did before Facebook started doing all this Apple, Wahala, and all that, guys, I spent 42,000 naira, 45,000 naira. I made 762,000 naira in sales. I was like, geez, is this what I've been missing all this while? Like, I was sitting my laptop because, back then, it was easy to put pixels, and you put the pixel on your seller product. I would just be looking at the pixel, just change. The moment I see the pixel change, a sale I will check, and I see that a sale happened. I was like, geez, is this how? I mean, just 42,000 naira, I made 762,000 naira. So imagine if I had known Facebook ads many years ago. I was like, okay, pumping 100,000 so that I can make 1 million, pumping 200,000 I can make. So, but this year, I'm not joking with it at all. Like me and Paul today, they has told me the kind of videos to go and do. I am going to be investing on Facebook ads. Like, I don't know if you saw my ads during the December period. I was running several ads during the December period. And for how much? Some days 2,000 naira, some days 6,000 naira, some days 5,000 naira. And your brand is spreading. More individuals are coming. Like when Chinedu ran ads for me for the growth of my Telegram channel, I had like 200 individuals join my Telegram channel in like 3 days from the ads. Amazing work. Amazing. So spend money on your Facebook ads. The next point I want to share with you, which I have 2 more points and I'm done. Speaking engagements. All right. Speaking engagements. So I want to speak at events. I go to speak at events. I'm a speaker. People invite me to speak at the events. I remember the year 2022. I did not speak on any topic at all apart from shameless marketing. Not other topic. I was speaking on. You invite me, I'll speak on shameless marketing. That was what I was speaking on. So when you speak on stage, it's easier to even sell your works. So when I go to this event, I'll speak, boom, I'll sell. I'll speak, I'll make a pitch. I'll make a pitch from stage, and people were buying my products. All right. So public speaking is one way. If you keep hiding yourself and you don't want to be on stage and speak in front of people, you're limiting the ability to get fired. You're limiting your ability to make a lot more money for yourself. So I speak at events, both the ones that I have organized for myself and the ones that people have invited me. Like last year, if you know, I was doing tours, right? So I was doing knowledge money tours. I was in 6 different cities between, I think, June to December. I was in Calabar. I was in Makurdi. I was in Abuja. I was in Onisha. I was moving, showcasing myself, telling the world, people that I was meeting there, behold, this is me, Emeka Nobis. I am your savior in this regard. When it has to do with how to make money, I have come here to deliver you from the bondages of darkness so that you can understand how to make money and be in the light. Me as the savior. All right. So that's how I was going around, and I was, speaking at different events, exposing my brand, exposing myself, and making a lot more people understand who Emeka Nobis was. Finally, all right. Yeah, I was not in Oshobo. I was in Obomosho. Yeah, I was in Obomosho before I finally came back. All right. So I was in Obomosho. From Obomosho, I went to Oshobo. I didn't do an event in Oshobo. I did it in Obomosho in Ladoka Kintola University of Technology. All right. That was where I did my final event for the year last year. All right. Then from Obumosha, I just got to Oshobo, spent a day with my friend, and then I got back to Port Harcourt. All right. So the final point I want to share with you as I wrap up on my session tonight is use of affiliates. All right. Affiliates. You cannot chop alone. All right. You know this thing they say in Nigeria, chop alone, die alone. Even though when you die, people will not even be with you. So that chop alone, die alone means if you are chopping alone by yourself, people will distance themselves. The day you die, the day you are sick or you're about dying, nobody will be around your bed. I mean, what can be more painful than that? All right. So use affiliates. Affiliates are those who will chop with you. All right. They're chopping alongside with you. All right. It's important. So affiliates, all right, those who will take a commission for selling your product. And usually my digital products, I usually give them at 50%. All right. Usually give them at 50% for my products. So my affiliates are always happy. Currently, right now, there's a Brazilian affiliate I have. This guy is constantly selling. Some days I open my seller platform and I'm seeing $10 from him. I'm seeing $20 from him. I'm seeing $30 from him. Some days, all right. December, I think he made about $210 for me in December period. And it was amazing. All right. So affiliates are the ones who can take a percentage from the profit you're making by marketing your product to their own platforms or to their own timelines. All right. So affiliates. All right. And it's easy. For now, I don't do all the manual stuff. I tell people if you want to be my affiliate, go on the seller marketplace, become an affiliate, pay 2,000 naira to show that you are actually interested in becoming an affiliate. When you do that, first seller will confirm you as an affiliate, then search my product. As soon as you search my product, you automatically get your link, you know, and your 50%. So as you're selling, you're getting your 50% directly into your account. All right. So I use affiliates. I don't want to chop everything, especially my these two products. All right. They market to their audience and then they make money. I remember one time, one guy in I think he was in Zambia or so, just took the thing on his head. I was marketing me to, you know, to those individuals. Every time I enter, I'll be seeing this foreign currency XAF. I don't know if it's Zambia or so. Not really bothered to find out the nation, you know. And the guy was marketing and marketing and marketing. All right, as an affiliate. So that is the final strategy that you can. There are lots, but I cannot share everything within the time frame we have today. But I have been able to, you know, do this. And then finally, be the hype man of your product. All right, be the hype man. All right, carry vuvuzela, you know, and be blowing your trumpet. Nobody will blow it for you. All right, nobody will blow it for you. You are the one. No send anybody. Do you get what I mean? Don't send anybody. They blow your trumpet, blow your brand, like your brand. I be the baba. You get what I mean? Somebody will be ashamed. What my friends say, they will be saying I'm doing too much. It's okay. You are killing yourself. You are putting yourself under a bushel and not allowing your light to show. That is absolute foolishness. Do you understand what I'm saying? Be delivered tonight from that foolishness in Jesus' name. So that is absolute foolishness. Don't let anybody put you down and say you're doing too much. Remove the bushel and market. Be the hype man of your product. Nobody up on your status, hype it. On your timeline, hype it. On the road, be hyping it. Anywhere you like, hype it. No grief for anybody in this year. All right. So that is me. That's what I have to share with you tonight. I hope I've been a blessing to everybody. All right. And God bless you for listening to me. Janet, if you're there, if there are questions, I don't
Yeah.
know, I'm here to answer. All right.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I must confess that while listening to you, I had actually written like 4 different products I'm going to push out this year, just by listening to you. So I can imagine what can come out from having a premium program with you. Thank you so much, sir. So I do not know if anyone here possibly has questions before we call it a day. Please, and if you must ask questions, we'll only take about just few questions, the first few questions. So if you do have questions, please, I would like you to just put them down in the comment section so that they can be highlighted and get your questions answered. So while that is going on, once I see the first question, because I also have another gadget here I'm using to check. Okay, so once I see the first question, I will ask. So while that is going on, we still want to appreciate each person who's made it today for your time, for your attention. We do not take it for granted. If you are not here, then there is no way we will be motivated to be here today. Okay, so please, I want you to ask your questions. Okay, somebody said, okay, I'll ask this question exactly. It's already on the screen. Please, sir, is seller worth going into?
I don't know what the person means. What seller? Seller is just a platform. It's a platform where we sell
Exactly.
our digital products. So it's worthy. Is a beautiful platform. People from outside of Nigeria can buy from you. People from Brazil, people from UK, people from America. Like for example, I made an offer today, the 150,000 naira offer. So a woman in Liberia approached me and said she cannot transfer by Nigerian into Nigerian account. Can I give her a link on seller? And I gave her a link, and that link automatically converted the money. Okay, 150,000 naira. So I made it, since I just made it 1,000 naira to a dollar, and I put the dollar equivalent of $150. And the woman clicked the link and she paid me. Right? I looked at it and I saw the $150, and I mean, it will be exchanged. I think seller exchanges dollar at 1,022 naira or 1,023. So once they exchange it, I can withdraw it into my directly into my own bank account. All right. So seller is a beautiful platform where you can put out your products and people can buy from you from different parts of the world. So yes, please by all means do.
All right,
Next.
thank you so much, sir. So we're going to take about two more questions and then we'll call it today. Somebody said this. Is there anything like the market is oversaturated?
Oh well, people really say that sometimes the market is oversaturated because they feel like a lot of people are in there. But when a market becomes saturated, I think it's better to come in with another flavor, right? Something entirely different. And there's always something entirely different that you can do. All right. So for everything that you're seeing, there's always something different. For example, you know, in the milk, in the sorry, in when peak milk was the baba, when it has to do with milk and all that, and then cowbell came up with sachet milk. I mean, people now could afford sachet, compared to tin, and they broke into the market. So you have to find way to, even in the comedy industry now, you find out there are a lot of comedians, but many of them different. They have all their different flavors. So you see, Nas Boy has his own flavor. You see, what's it called? You see, Bovy has his own flavor. There are different things that they're doing. You see, Macaroni has its own flavor. So everybody, you can watch all of them and you can never get tired because everybody has. So even in saturated market, you have to find a way to come up with your own flavor. For example, a friend of mine came to my office yesterday. She was wearing very simple dress made from Ankara, and when she sat down, all was in my head was, geez, do you know I'm seeing money now by watching you? She was like, how? I said, that man, what you're wearing is very simple. Very, very simple. Imagine that if we go into this business now of just wearing simple, making simple dresses like this, very beautiful. She was just smiling. I said, hey, Emeka, every time you're always having one business idea or the other. So that's what it is. So simple. That's it. How can I integrate Facebook? This is beyond the scope
Pixel.
today. This is some pixels. I think Chinedu can answer this. Chinedu is much more. Pixels they are installed. If you have a website, if you are running a website with, for example, WordPress, there's a way, there's this, pixels are generated. You generate it on Facebook and then you install it on it's quite technical. It's not something that we can easily discuss tonight, but Chinedu is a master at it. You can reach out to him and he can share. How do you know your product is hot enough? All right, your product is hot enough if a lot of individuals need the product. That's what it is. If it's going to solve a problem for a lot of individuals. Let's say, for example, now that, cancer is ravaging people right now, kidney problems. Imagine if you have a pill that can cure cancer, any kind of cancer. That's a hot product, a product that can solve the problems of many, many people. It's a hot product. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, it's what it is. It's what it is. How do you craft out an irresistible offer on your product? The key thing that makes my offer very irresistible are the bonuses usually that are packing, basically. All right, that's really what makes my offer irresistible. So when I look at just an ordinary offer, I just packing a lot of what's it called? A lot of bonuses, and people just generally say, "Oh, okay, I cannot resist this because I mean, there's a whole lot of value to get," and then it becomes irresistible. So basically have a multiply effect on your offer. When you put in a lot of things that people, oh wow, something so huge and I'm getting it for so small, right? And then the benefit sometimes is not giving a whole lot. It could be the premium value that you bring in that makes the offer quite very resistible. All right, so that's what it is. Do you Nigerians
All right,
actually
so let's
resist?
have the final question.
All
Yeah,
right.
the question on the screen. Final
So
question.
my own wahala is that I had to stop email marketing. Some other individuals say it works for them, but for me, it was not working. I started doing email marketing in 2012. People were opening their emails at that time, 2014, 2016. But man, when I was getting towards 2020, 2021, I was spending so much on email marketing software. But then I will send a sales email, and I'm getting just very few people who are buying. I'm like, man, this is a waste of my time. And I mean, open rates were low. People will not open their mails and all that and all that. I'm like, okay, I think it's time to just stop the game. So for me, I stopped email marketing, like free email marketing. You have lots, but some individuals say it works for them. I don't know, but this is my own personal. Choma Finance says it works for her, but this is my own personal experience. So I had to stop it. So I said to my web guy that if I'm going to do email again, it must be subscription based email where people pay to read my mails. And he said, that's fine. So we are working on it for 2024, subscription based email. It could be $5 a month, it could be $10 a month. And you just read my mails. And I'll make the email so dense, so packed with value that you have value for reading my mail. All right. Jason Njoko, I think he does it. The owner of Iroko TV, you pay subscription to be able to read his mails. So I'm going to try that out and see how it works. So for now, I'm building my Telegram channel. Telegram is free, and people are now becoming adaptive to Telegram. So that's why I'm building the channel. So now I send the Telegram broadcast on my channel. It's about 7,000. So in like a day, I see like 3,000 are reading it. I see like 1,005. So I mean, I'm not spending money from month to month other than the one that I'll have. If I had the 7,000 people now on my email, maybe in a month I'll be spending say $50 at this Buhari. I mean this Tinibu rate. All right, 50,000 naira to be sending email to 7,000 people, but I'm not spending anything sending these emails, right? So I mean, so that's why I'm building my Telegram channel so that it's very worthwhile. And that Telegram channel can also be another money spinner. So how will it be a money? So if I have 100,000 subscriber base on my Telegram channel, I can begin to build individuals to advertise using my channel. Those who have knowledge products, right? Not everything that I will advertise, but knowledge products, and people pay me for that, to advertise to my channel. So if I have two, let me say I'm charging 100,000 now, all right, and I have two broadcasts per week. That's 200K. But I can take that 200K and put in investment, or take the 200K and put in Facebook marketing. I mean Facebook ads, and I have a lot more coming. So is what it is. So my own personal proof, I stopped email marketing. I did not say it's not working, but this is my own personal experience and what I'm doing for myself. I hope I've made some value. All right. So
All
those who are
right,
asking,
thank you.
some people are
Yes,
asking
ma'am.
questions, weight list strategy, how you can use weight and all some of these things. If you go to my what's it called, um, seller store, you can have most of my courses. They are there. Ebook marketing, ebook money, weight list strategy, all those they are there. 5K. You pay.
Don, sorry, Don, is it possible to put the link to the seller store so I can put it on the screen if
I
you
don't know
have
where to put it to.
on the comment section?
I don't know how to put the comment to.
Okay, you can send it to me on WhatsApp. Send it to me on
Okay,
WhatsApp.
seller. So type it seller.co/m/Emeka Nobis. All right. Seller.co/m/Emeka Nobis. That's my seller store. So if you want to go there
Okay.
and you can get a lot of value, buy products and get some value. Yeah, so that's it. I'm seeing it. Seller.co/m/Emeka Nobi. So right. Yeah, Paul, you've typed it correctly. So that's it. Yeah, thank you very much, Janet.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so much,
so
sir.
much, Tom.
Thank you so much, sir. All right. It's been an exceptional time having a lot of speakers today. We've learned, we've been stretched, we've understood what business structure is all about. We understand system, and now we understand how to make money. It's been my pleasure hosting this event today. So without further ado, we're about to draw the curtain. I'll leave the floor for the convener of this event to talk to us.
All right. I'm super excited. Like, this was really, really valuable. I mean, I was listening to Emeka Nobi speak and I was like, wow, he's sharing all of this thing for free. If only you know the kind of value that he has given out tonight. If you actually apply this value, trust me, in just 30 days, you're going to come back with fantastic testimony. I actually want you to apply this, please. Do not just learn and just go back to what you have been doing. Try and apply, even if it's 10%, even if it's 5% of what you have shared that you are applying, you are going to see an amazing result. Okay, so thank you so much for attending this live conference. And before I go, I quickly want to let you know that this conference is actually of two parts. This right here is the virtual section, the virtual edition, and the physical edition is coming. In fact, the date for the conference have already been slated for 23rd of November 2024, and the venue is going to be in Abuja. So it's going to be a total shutdown, right? So this part is the virtual, but the physical one will be well planned. And trust me, if you think you've gotten value in this virtual session, don't worry, you've not seen anything at all because the speakers are going to be amazing. So thank you so much. I really appreciate. If you joined late, I would like you to watch this live again. Maybe you could watch the replay. I might wake up tomorrow and decide to take it down. But right now that is available, I need you to watch it and get the value. Also, make sure that you apply everything that you've learned. Thank you. And this is where we'll be calling it a night because it's already almost 10:30 here. Okay, thank you so much. And remember, tomorrow's section is going to be fantastic. We're also going to be having two speakers and two panelists, and you do not want to miss it. You do not want to miss it. I'll also be speaking tomorrow on how you can generate your first 5,000 quality leads using Facebook adverts. So you do not want to miss it at all. And Kenny Mokoye, who lives in Dubai, will also be coming in as a panelist for the affiliate marketing. Fortune Chidera is a fantastic e-commerce guy, and he will also be sharing a lot of knowledge on how to get more sales with your e-commerce business. And also Rosemary will be speaking on how to sell shamelessly. If you don't sell shamelessly, you're going to go broke. So she will be taking us on the shameless, how to sell your product shamelessly online. Okay, so thank you so much, and please do not miss tomorrow. Tomorrow start by 7 p.m. Tomorrow session is going to be starting by 7 p.m. And we're also going to be having a fantastic host that will moderate the event. I really appreciate you being here, and I want to assure you that your spending time here was never a waste of time, and your testimony is going to be very near. Thank you so much. This is where I'll be ending it. Please make sure that you apply what you learn. I know why I'm hammering on this thing because it's easy for us to just shout Rema, Rema, and go back to what we've been doing. If you keep doing what you have been doing, you will keep getting the same results you've been getting. That will be my last word for you tonight. Thank you so much. See you guys again tomorrow.